I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? What's good? How y'all doing this morning? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. We got a lot to talk about this morning. A ton. So we have a ton to talk about this morning. So right when we ended yesterday, the news come out that Kemba Walker is no longer the starting point guard of the New York Knicks. My. CWC, how you doing, man? CWC, how you doing, man? Yeah, I got a lot to say. I want to see what CW in the chat. Shout out to Kaiser Sose, what's good? Andrew College, what's good? Miss Geraldine, how you doing this morning? Hewlett Samuel, what's good? Pudge Nice is in the building. Pierre Moise, what's good? Infamous New King is in the building. Big Shiesty, what's good? D, what's good? What's good? Enzo, what's good? White Falcon, what's good? What's good? What's good? Jose Perez, what's good? It's good to see you, boss. D, how you doing this morning, man?
I'm good, brother. What's up?
Ain't nothing to it. Sleazy McEasy is in the building. Sam Grandison, what's good, Sam? KJW Events is in the building. What's good? I've been seeing KJW everywhere. What's good? 23 Bleed is in the building. Bleed. What's good? What's good? Hey man, I got a lot on my mind. But you ever had a log jam? You ever seen a log jam? You know, it's like a lot of stuff trying to get through a limited opening. You know what I mean? A bottleneck, so to speak. You ever seen something like that? Like, or been in a situation where you have a lot to say, but you don't know how to verbalize all the thoughts in your mind where it makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel this morning, man.
Why you feel like that?
Because my thoughts are not random, but okay, you know what? It's like a tornado in a trailer park, right? It's a lot of pieces and they're not random, but in a event comes through.
Mm-hmm. You going in and out a lot.
I'm buffering, right? I disappeared.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw it just now. When I saw the circle of death, I was like, yeah. Sin Miz was good. Big God is in the building. What's good? Big guy making major moves. I see you. I see you out there. Sin Miz, it's good. So I'm in this. So let me see what CWC says. CWC says you didn't bring me on the panel yesterday morning when they was bashing my boy Randall, Uncle Freeze. What? Bro, you can only have 10 at a time. And to be honest with you, 10 people is too many. D, you ever been on a panel where it's like
It's chaos.
yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, CWC, don't do that.
So Fraser, you shouldn't overthink this. This was a good move. This had to be done.
Oh,
It makes us a better defensive team, which was let me rephrase. We're a better perimeter defensive team with this switch, which was a big problem that we had through the first 20 games. I don't think it addresses our offense, though. I think our offense is not going to improve by much with this. But we are a better defensive team on the perimeter with this move. So we did address something.
Yeah, but now, no, you're making basketball sense, bro. Right?
Oh, what sense should I be making?
No. What I'm saying is you're making basketball sense, but in my mind, there are other things that don't make sense.
Okay, like what?
Like, why bring this guy in here when 3 other teams told you he was washed?
I didn't like the move from the get. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is no shot at Kemba Walker. Kemba, if you're watching, bro, we love you, bro. We love you, man.
And I want to defend Kemba Walker in this sense because there's a stat going out there that when he's out the game, right, we're like top 9 defense in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's on the bench, I'm sorry, and when he's in the game, we're the worst.
The worst.
But they didn't put somebody in that equation that also sits with Kemba, Evan Fournier.
Right.
You see, he didn't make that situation a lot better. So it's not cool how they just zeroed in on Kemba and were like, look, defense was terrible when it was just you out there. And it's like, no, there was other variables that were going on and which led to the starting 5 being so bad defensively on the perimeter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so what bothers me is where were these numbers at last week? You know what I'm saying? Because if this is Exhibit A, shouldn't Exhibit A be the showcase for the prosecution? Right?
Oh, you would think.
You know what I mean? Think about this. Think about this. When you in a public trial, and this is a public trial, bro. Right?
Really?
In the public trial of Kemba Walker, yes. In the public trial of Kemba Walker defense sucks. Shouldn't this? Because Kemba Walker's defense has been on trial since before he stepped on the court, right? With the Knicks, right? And then, so there are things, man. There are things that led up. So these numbers should have been Exhibit A to the fans, right? Right, but this is not just that though. This is about the pop and
You're buffering again.
Circumstance about Kemba Walker coming. Am I buffering?
Yeah, you were again.
Yeah, I saw it. And the internet strikes again because so this is about the pomp and circumstance. Remember, Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier on top of the Empire State Building, looking over the city, like they're a part of the new superhero group that's going to save this franchise.
Oh boy.
This is about. Think about this. Think about this, D. When the new city jerseys came out, did they showcase the last year's All Star or the Rising Star, or did they showcase Kemba Walker?
Right.
Bruh, this is a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? This is man, I was in Charlotte. I was in Charlotte for the Knicks game, right? Bro, they did the introductions of the Charlotte Hornets, and everybody was like, yay, the home team. Bro, when they said Kemba Walker's name, the building was shaking. Guess who Kemba Walker played for, bro? That night, he was on the other team. He played for the Knicks. And mind you, too, when they announced R.J. Barrett's name, R.J. Barrett got a louder ovation than Kemba Walker. The building was shaking for R.J. Barrett. Cats was losing their mind for R.J. Barrett. And we was like, why did you root for R.J. Barrett? And then we forgot he went to Duke. You know what I'm saying? He played his college ball in North Carolina or whatever. But I'm lost. I have these many thoughts in my mind on why I feel like this move is not right, bro. I don't feel like this move. I think it's the correct move, but it don't feel right. Anybody in the chat understand what I'm saying? Y'all dig what I'm saying? Savage NYC, you understand what I'm saying? Worldwide L, y'all understand what I'm saying? About how this is the correct basketball move, but it don't feel right. Real King, you think I'm bugging, man? You think I'm bugging about how this is the correct basketball move, but this don't feel right? Come on, man. Real King, you don't have a soul, bro. You don't have real King don't have a heart in his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even though this is the correct basketball move, nobody's gonna dispute that. I've been saying this already. I knew something had to happen with Kemba, right? I didn't know if the answer was insert Miles McBride at the back end of the rotation to maybe take 8, 9, 10 minutes to offset the defense of Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker. Or I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I still don't want to say it. I still don't want to say Kemba Walker is out of the rotation. Andrew Collinger says things feel better already. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you there. I still don't think Alec Burks is the answer at long term at point guard. I don't feel like Alec Burks is gonna be the person that is gonna captain a 40-something win team into the playoffs and upset somebody. Amik, what's good? CWC says, I wanted Kemba here, but if you're not performing, this would happen. It's business. Nah, bro, this ain't business. It's basketball, bro. That
Yeah.
I heard a few people say that, like, this is business. Nah, this is basketball. When you put business ahead of basketball, then you get what happened in previous years with the Knicks.
All I'm saying is that offensively, don't expect anything crazy, like a crazy revelation out of things, because we still have the same issues offensively. The only thing is that Burke can kind of get his shot a bit, but it's not consistent. I don't think he consistently run the offense. Is going to have to be by committee. And I mean, look, if it doesn't work, that's okay because we could always go to other things. IQ could start if it doesn't work. So
Um,
I mean,
but
I'll say it's a big deal.
my deal is my heart is conflicted because my heart it feels conflicted. Worldwide L is in the building. What's good, Chef?
I'm tired. I'm stuck. I'm tired. I'm in my
Man,
office about to take a nap. I'm tired.
man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I said it. I'm not. I said it last night on the show that this is not what I'm saying. So I don't want anybody to be like, "Oh, you down at Burke." So this is the truth of the matter is he's he's a good answer for right now for the moment, but
Right,
he's not the solution. He's
Of
not
course,
going to be the answer for the long term. And
of
he's
right,
course.
bound to have a bad game. He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard. So he's
right,
No, he's
bound to
not.
have a bad. I just want everybody that's like on board and saying yeah, 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 to realize like yo, he's gonna have a bad game. He's gonna have some turnovers. You know what I mean? He's gonna be chucking because he's when he come in the game, he has his job is to shoot, right? Freeze. His job is to shoot, right?
yeah,
He's our two guard when he comes to the game. Much more forward. He usually just shoots, and no one tells him anything different. So
right,
the now they have to facilitate a team for let's say 30 something minutes a night. It's a big task. It's a big task. So I'm
right.
not down in the play. I'm okay with it, but I'm just saying Burks is not a point guard. He's not.
No, no,
No, he's not.
no. And what it is what this does too, man. And I know this is gonna seem strange, but D, remember when I said the tornado in the trailer park thing going on in my mind?
Hmm.
This right here, this scenario is gonna raise Alec Burks's value this summer when he's a free agent again, right?
or maybe in the trading deadline.
Well, the thing is, yeah, well, potentially, right? All Alec Burks has to do, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, right? But all Alec Burks has to do, you know what Alec Burks is, bro? Alec Burks is the house coat that you put on to go answer the door. You know how you be in the shower and the doorbell ring, you just put your house coat on, go see what's happening, and it's like the
Mhm.
Amazon man, he bring you a package or whatever. And you like, okay, it's just the guy delivering the package, whatever. And then you go back on, and then you put some real clothes on. Alec Burks is the house coat, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's an emergency fix at the moment. Absolutely.
Yeah. You don't want to go to
Exactly.
the door butt naked. You know what I'm saying? So you just throw a house coat on. That's Alec Burks, right? But then you go back in the house and you dress like an adult. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think Alec Burks is right now, man. And the thing, I'm not knocking Alec Burks because there's plenty of room in everybody's wardrobe for a house coat, right? But at this point, I don't think Alec Burks is the long term solution, and
Oh,
that's no shade to Alec Burks because Alec Burks is a fine player in a role that he was in before. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he gets in here and finds his way with this team, steadies the ship. But either way it goes, Chef, at the end of this season, Alec Burks is as good as going. If this team starts to win with Kemba Walker out of the lineup, Alec Burks is gone this offseason. You can bet bread on that. Whereas if he was just our off the bench scorer, you know what I'm saying, key role player to this team, then we could probably can afford to keep him long term. And I say long term for vets is like 2 or 3 years.
What you got an option? What do you got a player option at the end of the year or a team
I
option?
think he signed a 1 year deal, right? This offseason to come back.
Burks, nah, it's 4 years.
Huh?
Burks,
no,
yeah.
Nah, bro.
What is it?
no.
3? It's 3 years. It's
Nah, I
three
thought he signed
years.
1 year, 10 million.
Hold on, I'll tell you
Burks,
right
nah,
now.
we got Burks. Burks is locked down.
No, Rose is like
They was
now
even
3
talking about
years,
doing
43.
Alec Burks signs
Burks.
3-year, $30 million contract with Knicks. Yeah.
3 years,
Uh-huh.
30 million. Okay, so he ain't a free agent. Okay, well, good. Good. Well, I was wrong. Okay. I was wrong. Well, good. I'm glad I'm wrong too.
So
Hey,
Now,
thank
Freezy,
you.
is he a starter? Because that's the question that we asked on the show last night, and I tried to use a comparison as me being a chef, right? And when I go away, you know, the backup cook comes in and does the job, right?
Right.
But he's not me. You see what I'm saying? He's not a
Right.
start. You know, he's not me at the end of the day. He could come in
Yeah,
and do the
it's
job.
like when I came on for the Love of the Game podcast, you know what I'm saying? And you had turned your camera off and people was looking like Uncle Freezy ugly mug. They was like, hey, that definitely ain't Chef right there.
Yeah,
You can't replace Worldwide L. You can't replace Chef, bro.
So that was my comparison last night. Like, he's a bench player, and he's a good bench player. He's a great bench player. Now, when you get into that starting lineup, it's different. Can we count on him for the 30+ minutes every game? See, that's the thing we have to understand. There's no knock on Burks. There's no knock on Burks at all.
Right.
Don't take what I'm saying and twist the words. There's no knock on him. Just understand what the kind of player he is. KJ, what's good, broski?
Salute, fam. Salute. I know you finished your thoughts. Salute.
What's good, boss?
let's go.
What up, Freezy?
And
What up, D?
man? My mind is like I keep telling D, my mind is like a trailer park with a tornado in it, where I have all these individual things going on, like these individual parts that are entities unto themselves, but one event happens and it causes chaos with all these individual things. Right? Staffordon, what's good?
Stafford, what's good, broski?
Blessings. What's up? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Blessings to the chat. Blessings to the panel. Freezy, got to relax, man. It'll be okay. It's not a permanent move. I have to agree with Worldwide L. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm gonna use Bean's words. A stopgap.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just a stopgap for this current situation right now. But I understand what you're saying when you say, why did we bring this guy in the first place?
Right.
I feel you on that, right? And then to really cut him and really, it's kind of like an embarrassment, but it's not just due to the fact that he's injury prone and he's a liability on defense. You know what I'm saying? Respect to you, Kemba. You know what I'm saying? You'll always be the UConn kid, the cardiac kid, the Brooklyn kid. You know what I mean? But we have to move on.
The Bronx kid,
yeah, the Bronx kid. But we just have to move on, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all about it. Let me just say a few words before I leave, you know, because I'm at work right now.
Okay.
All right. So y'all boys bless up. And we'll talk later.
All right, Stafford.
You leaving Stafford? He left.
Yeah.
Yo, Freeze, let me ask you a question, Freeze, and to the other guys. We talked about it. Myself, I brought it up. Hardwell, we all talked about it. Jay Bugs last night, we all talked about it. Could that knee really be shot, Freeze? And they just don't want to tell us that the knee is really shot? Because think about this, right? He played maybe 20-something minutes Friday night, right? And he barely played Friday night. And for him to come back Saturday and be out, talking about a day's rest, you know, that kind of like raised some eyebrows. You know, I talked about that. Maybe this is not what I know. This is just something that's in my mind, guys, that he signed off on this, knowing that knee is shot. And I think that they're doing him a due service by keeping him on the team as opposed to waiving him. And because if they waive him, his NBA career is done. No, and everybody's going to know that knee is shot. So I think that it's going to come out later on about that knee being shot, and that is worse than what everybody thinks. Because how you don't lace up, how you play 20-something minutes on Friday night and don't lace up Saturday night against the Hawks? That was one of them circle games. That was one of them games. If you hurt, you play in that game.
Yeah.
You're playing that game. So how you don't play that game Saturday night?
Yeah.
So think about it. Think about it, fellas.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. But you know what though? My deal is this. This team could have really used a Kelly Oubre, right? We could have really used a Kelly Oubre. And Kelly Oubre was a free agent for a long time before he signed with Charlotte. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Yeah, he was. And we threw away bread. We threw away about $14 million on Kemba and giving Taj Gibson raises, right? Well, on Kemba Walker signing and Taj Gibson a raise, because we could have signed Taj Gibson to the vet minimum, but we didn't. We offered him $5 million to be the fourth big man.
Right.
And I know leadership is invaluable, and Taj wanted to play, but at some point, man, you got to be like, the money is more well spent on the court, right? In talent, because there have been games. I'll point one out. You telling me that we couldn't use Kelly Oubre against Charlotte? In Charlotte, right? Kelly Oubre was playing for Charlotte, right? But we couldn't use Kelly Oubre against Miles Bridges and Gordon Hayward against Charlotte. We couldn't use Kelly Oubre against Devin Booker in the Phoenix Suns. Now, I'm not advocating for or against a certain thing, but it just makes no sense in my mind that if you knew Kemba, if you figured Kemba could only give you a half a season, 3/4 of a season tops, if you figured Kemba wasn't going to make it all the way through, because the reason why you give Kemba a 2-year deal is because you figure one season you're going to try to get the most out of him, and the second year he's a tradable contract. You know what I'm saying? You can give somebody cap relief, right? But we could have spent. KJW, don't let me talk you to death, bro. How you doing this morning, man?
Bro, you good. Hey, man, respect to the chat and panel. Do your thing, finish your point. But hey, Freezy, even in the chat, I said that Burks was going to start. I didn't think at point guard though, right? I thought it was going to be for Fournier. But I want to tell everybody, listen, the way the NBA's now is positionless basketball. So even with this man at the point guard, I still think this man is the best we got as far as when the Knicks get in their emotional offense. This guy knows how to set the offense up for these guys.
Right.
And what I mean is, as far as point guard position, like it's positionless, y'all. We don't really, anybody can bring that ball up from 1 through 5, except for Mitchell Robinson.
Julius Randle.
Exactly. So they'll put him in the box as a point guard because they're going to have to do it by committee anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So my thing is with Burks, we play way better when Burks is on that floor. And in the beginning, for starters, guys, we need that. Because we terrible in the beginning of the games. Burks comes in, if that starting unit can give us 25, 30 points per quarter, and then that second unit come in, guess what? That means Grimes is coming on now. We go with a 3-4 guard set on that second unit now with Grimes, with it quickly.
Oh, we're definitely seeing more Grimes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So little things like that, I think it's good for through 20 games, y'all. We all play basketball. We know who's in, who not. Right now, Kemba's out, and like I said, he's still going to be good for the playoffs if we make it, but we just got more depth with him right now. So we'll see what happens. But my thing is, I think Burks, I always wanted the man in the starting unit right now, fellas. I just didn't think he was going to be taking it for Kemba. I thought he was going to take it for Fournier.
Yeah, man.
I saw on Bleacher Report, Freezy, they're going to look to move Kemba.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that this morning on Bleacher.
Man.
What are they going to get for him? A bag of potato chips?
They're gonna trade him. They're gonna trade him.
Yeah, he has no trade value.
Yeah, he has
He has no
You saw what
trade
they're trying to do. They trying to make rumors about us trading him for John Wall, which is impossible.
That's what they said. Yeah, I heard
which is impossible. But I'd love to see. I don't see how they think that's going to happen. But.
Yeah, and then plus the thing with John Wall is he's going to give you the same scoring that Kemba gives you, about 15 points a game, right? And better defense, but is it worth taking on 32 more or 34
$40
more $1 million? Think about that, man. Is it worth it? Do we man, listen, Do you need an 18-wheeler just to take your kids to school? No.
Do we think John Wall is better than Kemba right now?
Yes.
I think he's better than him, but he's not
As
worth that.
as far as defense, we know John Wall can push the ball like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
we think that he can do it. We hadn't seen it in like. When's the last time you seen good John Wall?
That's what I'm saying. This was way before Houston. This back in Washington days.
Right. Right.
So
That's what I'm saying.
now John Wall was 6'4", right? 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
Kemba 6'1". They the same age, right? 31.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So we know John Wall can put points on. My thing is, if we take John Wall on this Knicks team right now, right? We start John Wall at point guard, right? What's going to be a difference between him and Kemba and the emotional offense that we run and also the defense that we run? Can John Wall? We know the Knicks want to switch right now. That's the big reason why this move was made. They could switch on their defenders, which making them a better defensive team when they switch. With Kemba starting lineup, the problem
couldn't do that.
Kemba couldn't switch. All Kemba was good for was taking charges. He was the naggy things, but my thing is he couldn't switch. We held Atlanta 90 points, which should have been 88, but Trae Young made the last minute.
Yeah, that layup and yeah.
Think about this, guys. Atlanta was averaging 120 points per game before we played them, right? 7-game streak. Now think about it. We beat those guys with the kids. So I think part of the thinking with the Tibbs in the front office is like, you know what? Shit, if we could do this with what we got right now, we don't need Kemba. Y'all seen the stat with Kemba right now. That it's not a good stat to have that right now. So my thing is I'm gonna go ahead and trust what they got because I'm pretty sure it's a move coming that none of us see of it. They've been real crappy lately with it. So let's see what happens.
That's the thing though with the Knicks front office. Hey Sam, how you doing, man?
How you doing? What's going on, Unc?
Hey man,
what's up, Sam?
Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good, Sam? Long time, bro.
Hey, L, I'm back in the city, man. What's going on?
Oh man, what's up?
Yeah, man.
How you been, man?
Yeah, man.
How you been, Sam?
Hey, I was grinding at school. That's why I ain't been able to jump on the pods, but I've been listening. It was a grind this semester, so I'm back at the crib now for at least until the beginning of January. So I'm chilling now.
Nice.
Okay. All right, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm at a so D that I keep referencing that tornado in the trailer park, man. I got a bunch of thoughts, and they are all individual thoughts with one line connected to one person. But the thing is, the thoughts themselves are individual thoughts and deserve, in my mind, at least some type of narrative from us. Like, for instance, I have a question for Danny Landis, right? So, Danny, how is the national media going to view us and portray us knowing that we signed a guy that started in the All-Star game 2 years ago? He comes to New York and he can't even get minutes now.
We didn't know what was going to happen with him. We gave him the chance. Something's not right. I don't know if he looks that great. I don't know. What do you guys think the way he looks so far on the court? Like his movement, his lateral movement and stuff. You think he looks like something's up with him?
On defense, it is. I can tell you.
I mean, he just and even on offense too. He's lost a step. The injuries have caught up to him. He's a small guard. He's 30 years old. I mean, it's usually not good fortunes for players in that position.
You can tell his knee is shot. You can see he can't really put nothing off of it, and he can't accelerate the right way that he used to off the leg at all. Mm-hmm. He's pretty much at a standstill when it comes because you haven't seen Kemba blow by anybody all year.
No,
all his baskets come off a screen. Like he can't blow by anybody anymore.
Right. But the thing is, so the narrative is going to be small guards. A guard size doesn't matter. Because you have two dudes in their mid-30s right now, upper 30s probably, that are playing like they did when they were in their late 20s, and Mike Conley and Chris Paul.
Yeah,
they're small former All-Stars with a history of injuries that are thriving on teams that are playoff contenders.
Great point, Freezy.
And then the one that we got, we seem to be blaming losses on him.
Yeah,
Freezy, we're not going to look bad.
I think he has to figure it out how to play. I think he has to figure out how to play with that knee. You know, they had to learn how to play through injuries, and I think he has to learn how to play through his injury.
Yeah.
The national media don't care, bro. They gonna say, "Yo, Mike Conley doing it in Utah."
Yeah.
I mean,
The
we have a
national
prime
media don't
example.
care.
Mike Conley had that off year too, though, Freezy. He had that off year where it looked like he was headed out. He had that off year too. So, as long as I think with the media say something now, if tonight, Kemba's on the bench, I think that speaks volume. And if he's not on the bench, then we're probably going to get talked about in the media. But if he's on the bench, is that leads us to the conclusion that he's hurt.
Yeah.
You know, if he's on the bench tonight, we'll wait and see tonight if he's on the bench. CWC, what's up, bro?
The media can't blast us. We gave him an opportunity, gave him a chance, and so far maybe it's a failed experiment. They can't give us any problems about that. We gave him a shot. You know.
First of all, it's a part of business too. NBA is business. You gotta make business deal. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you're not provided on the floor as our point guard, he got to go. I wanted Kemba to come in. I wanted him. But you're not playing defense and you're not consistent on offense, you got to go. That could go for anybody on the team. You know what I mean?
Oh boy, here we go, y'all. Look at jeez. Oh. Boy.
When the snowman at?
Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese on the roll.
Yeah, what's good, Cornerstone Cab?
I need that, man. What's
oh
going?
My God! Look who it is! It's the Star Child.
The Star Child.
He's there. The return of the Mac.
Coming to you directly from the kitchen on the P Funk. What's up, Uncle Freeze? What's up? What's up, What's up, Worldwide what? Worldwide L? Mr.
What's going on, bro? How you feeling? How you feeling, Cav?
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Mr.
That's first things first, bro. First things first. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. First things first.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man.
How's everybody doing? All right?
Salute.
Good. Yeah, man. Ain't nothing to it, man.
Hey, just real quick. I agree with a lot what everybody's saying. I feel bad for Kemba, but this is business. And in sports, it is what it is. If you're not cutting it, you got to go. I applaud Tibbs for waiting 20 games to do this, because he's seeing whenever Kemba's on the floor, we are a minus deficit. We're a deficit as far as people scoring on us. But when he's off the floor, everybody is a plus. So obviously something had to give. Now, I know that Burks isn't a point guard per se. I would have liked to have seen Quickly in there, but I understand that he wants to keep that bench going, the way it is. So I applaud him for putting Burks, in the starting, lineup. And I know it's only one game, but I liked what I saw out of Burks. So I think this is going to work. Now, my counterpart, who I hope never comes on, and Mr. I don't even want to say his name, but I'm going to have to.
Say it.
Mr. Sergeant Nix, Sergeant G-Man for life.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, there you go. We were talking this morning, he made the conclusion that he thinks that this was done out of injury necessity. And what I mean by that is he said that if Rose and Kemba were healthy, he wouldn't have made this switch. And I'm saying no, because the optics show of where we were when he starts of when Kemba's playing. I mean, you just look at I know I don't know if it's been said or not, but look at the Phoenix game. When Chris Paul saw that who was sticking him, they said, this is the weakest link right here.
Right.
Focus in on him. This is where we're going to carve these guys up.
Yeah.
But when he's off the floor, when Kemba's off the floor,
they have to run offense.
They have to run offense. But when he's on the floor,
they ISO.
Zoom in on him. Yeah, you zoom in on him. Again, I was happy when Kemba came because I thought that it was going to be something of Randall not having to work as hard, bringing the ball up, because now we have a legit, point guard to bring it up. It's just that I didn't know that he was. I mean, people said he was bad defensively. I didn't know he was this bad. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But the one thing I will say is that he's not going to do what Elfrid Payton did last year, and everybody knows what Elfrid Payton's attitude was like. I think he's going to take this demotion of sitting down. He'll either get traded, and if he's not, he'll be that person, giving the guys, advice and everything, because I think he realizes that because of this injury that he has, Kemba's injury, I think Kemba realizes that probably his days in the NBA are probably numbered.
Yep.
Probably.
So just for the record, we want to make sure we say that what G-Man was saying is not a fact. That's what he's guessing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what G-Man was guessing. Hey, Cornerstone Cav, I got a trade for you.
Okay.
But before I do that, Sergeant Nix, aka G-Man for Life, thank you for your generous contribution. Who let this little man in the building? Don't have me cut off your internet service, Kev. LOL. Yo, Kev. So Kev, I got a trade proposal for you.
Can I just say that I hate G-Man for Life? I hate him. I literally hate him.
Jeezy.
Sounds like y'all married.
Yeah, sounds like it.
No, we are an odd couple. I'm Felix. Well, for the millennials who don't know, yeah, he's Oscar. I'm Felix.
You're Felix.
It's cute.
Yes, exactly.
Cute.
Right. But yeah, and they have a show called The Pod Couple. The Pod Couple, in which they
tune into the Pod Couple.
1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second.
What's the trade, Uncle Free?
Elfrid Payton for Kemba Walker straight up.
What the F?
Elfrid Payton.
Elfrid Payton for Kemba Walker.
I don't like his body language when he was here.
What?
Nah, we good, bro.
He ain't body language. He ain't get along. He ain't get along with people on the team. That's why when I was on Uncle Ron's team, I had sources tell me he ain't get along. So when Jay Boogie went to that game, he told Uncle Ron the same thing. I was like, Uncle Ron, see, I told you. Cause he was getting into it with Quickly and Top and some other guys. So they shipped it right out.
Well, but I would.
What about Frank for Kemba, Freezy?
The media circus. You trade Kemba for Frank Ntilikina, bro?
Nah. hey, Freaky, guess and the Pat, guess what's gonna happen? The Knicks are not. I'm gonna throw something out there. The Knicks are no longer going after small guards. They're not doing it no more.
Nope.
Right.
They're not doing it no more. And that's the reason why this Alec Burks 6'6".
Right.
He makes
Thibodeau said in the press conference.
He is not happening no more. Like I was saying, Jeff Teague is still out there, but I'm like, Jeff Teague on this team, that's a no-go.
Nah. Yeah. Jeff Teague, he like 45 years old.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
Jeff Teague is the same age as Kemba them, right?
He's washed.
Right. They about 30, 31, 32.
Yeah, he was. I was just joking. He was.
Yeah. But
I was like George Hill. You won't go out there, George Hill.
So Kev, did you hear the trade offer?
No, I didn't. I did not. I apologize. Go ahead.
So here's the trade proposal: Kemba Walker by himself for Elfrid Payton.
Heck no. No. Bro,
Elfrid Payton is on a 1 year deal.
No. I'd rather have Kool-Aid than prune juice, and that's what Elfrid is, prune juice.
Yeah. There's no value for Kemba, bro.
No.
Stop.
There's no value, but what I'm saying is I don't want Elfrid here.
Kemba Walker for Rajon Rondo.
Okay, that now you might have something.
The Lakers will never make that trade.
Nope.
They don't play Rondo though.
Yeah,
and they ain't gonna play Kemba.
They might get Kemba.
Stop.
They might get
that one.
They have a world of defensive issues, bro. No way.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know why y'all tripping over this on some real stuff, man. This is a good move. This is a good move for our defense. Offensively, we still got a ways to go, and it doesn't fix anything. Offensively.
I know everybody's seen the stat where it says that without Kemba, we're basically the best defense in the league. I know everybody's seen that stat. So, I mean, this is only a good thing for us.
Yeah, but I mentioned before that but that's a little skewed because don't forget Evan Fournier was on the bench with him too.
True.
When that's going on. So it was kind of wrong just to throw Kemba under a bus and just back up on him 4 or 5 times. So that's not right because it's not only his fault.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do that for Kemba. Again, Kemba, he's one of the coolest dudes, that's on our team right now. Always, it's always positive and everything. And I'm sure with this demotion, he's still going to be positive about it. I mean, he knows it is what it is. So
he might be like some of your Dennis Haslam type of role. He might take on.
As opposed to what we had last year with Alfred Payton. Now, who remembers the game well, not just that game, but a whole bunch of games, but the game that we played against Phoenix. Again, I keep going to the story of Jay Boogie pointing out to me, look at what Alfred Payton's doing over there. While they have the huddle, he's on the exercise bike. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
So Paris Nugget, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your generous contribution, bro. He says Kemba stumbles when he drives, dribbling and making layups. He looks like old Willie Mays falling down in center field on the old Mets 1973 World Series.
Oh my God!
Damn, so they're flaming him, bro.
So
they're giving him the business.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even. I mean, this shouldn't be a day of us bashing Kemba. I mean, Tibbs made the right move on moving this guy. I mean, on taking him out the rotation. Unfortunately, I mean, it had to be done. It had to be because yes, we have a winning record right now, but around this time last year, it was only by a few games that we were, under 500, and we are just above 500 by 2. So now, if we reel off 8 of our next 10 wins, that's going to put us back up there where we thought.
You know who we should be bashing? You know who we should be bashing, y'all? We should be bashing Star Child for having on another new shirt.
Look at that shirt. We should be
bashing Cornerstone Kev for having on another new shirt. Cornerstone Kev, is that another new shirt you got on?
And panel, this is the same dude that says, "Don't look at the chat when I'm on my show."
He wears 5 shirts a day.
Danny,
5 shirts a day.
Danny, come on, man! Don't.
Now I'm joking. I'm joking with Kev about that. But we should.
Kev, you have so many names: Star Child, Shazam, Captain
Flash,
Captain Marvel.
You know who I'm training? Captain America. Kemba Walker for Cornerstone Kev. Straight up, that's it.
Them. But you know who we should be bashing on, Danny? We should be pointing the finger at Leon Rose.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I agree.
Kiss from a rose. Yep.
Right. We should be because man, listen,
because we need a point
guard.
Anybody
see him?
Yep. See, that's the thing, man.
But realistically, yeah, we wanted an established point guard. But realistically, in the draft, he got us 2. He got us McBride, and he got us the dude that's that we stashed away. That's playing.
Rokas Jokipitis.
Yeah, but we're talking about free agency though.
I understand that. I understand.
But you said established, Kev.
Yeah, I said established. I said we can blame him for that, but he did get us 2 point guards.
Right.
He did. And
right.
I don't know if
the Knicks looking at Murray. Well, the Spurs, they're looking at Murray.
That's a good pickup. We get him.
That'll be very nice.
Please. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just.
If we get him, Uncle Freezy, you can't talk about Leon Rose anymore. We get
him. That's CYA, bro. That's
CYA. Let's don't forget, Kemba was a last-second situation. It was not like we went into free agency sorting after him. It was a buyout, and we took a swing and miss. Hey,
think about it. Before Kemba, we wanted Kendrick Nunn, but Nunn went to the Lakers, so that's really who they wanted before Kemba.
Nunn was up,
and he's not getting no burn out there. No burn
because he hurt.
Let me ask you all this because
he hurt. He won't be back until February.
Let me ask you all this because I was listening to NBA radio last night on my way home. Do you think we should have gone after Dennis Schroeder?
No.
Okay, that's
no too much money.
Okay, chill.
Defensive liability.
No, he'd have been better than Kemba though, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's.
How much is he making?
Defensive liability. Who, Schroeder?
What did Schroeder get this year?
I don't think he got that much.
I think he got $5 million.
because he lost the
Nah,
bag.
he got like 7. I think he got like 7.
I mean,
I would have took that.
I would have took that for $7 million.
Yeah, I would have too.
Because I think he was counting on getting a big payday.
He missed that.
Yeah, $100 million. And guess who was going to pay him that? The New York Knicks. Because I heard somebody on a different station that not even a Knicks fan. He said Schroeder was waiting for the New York Knicks to. Cause you remember Schroeder, he had a bad playoff game or something, and I guess the New York Knicks sat back and like, nah, we ain't giving you that money. So yeah, New York Knicks was going to pay him $100 million.
And here's a great thing that y'all not seeing. We get to see more Grimes now.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Oh, snap. Hold on. Wait a minute.
It must be the G-Man.
It is G.
There he is.
Nah, J Boogie.
The pod
J
couple
Boogie.
are together.
It's J Boogie.
Bam, there it is.
There he is.
One appeared
What's
and
up,
the other one
Sarge?
disappeared.
Oh, Sergeant.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, man.
What's up, G?
Tampa in the house.
Yeah, man. The Kemba Walker thing is frustratingly interesting in a sense that there are so many things to think about, right? Because as soon as so KJW, when I first heard Kemba was being benched, you know what immediately came to my mind?
What's that?
Julius Randle will make the All-Star team, and RJ Barrett will come out of his slump. Is the first thing I thought. As soon as I heard Kemba going to the bench, RJ is going to bounce back in a big way. Is what I thought. Because when I looked at the numbers, I noticed that when Kemba's cooking, RJ doesn't cook. You know what I'm saying? And when Kemba cooks, it's hard for Fournier, Randall, and RJ to cook. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is what it is, I felt like it was more of those guys wanting Kemba out as opposed to them guys just randomly struggling all of a sudden. All of a sudden, Julius Randle or RJ Barrett can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
Right. Well,
it was a weird coincidence, bro.
Yeah, Kemba, ball dominant guard. We knew that coming in. But like Bean said, we got him for a nice discount. We ain't expect to have this man on his team.
Right.
And we got him for pennies right now. So it's spared that lasted 20 games. It ain't work. We got to move on from it, right?
Wow.
So my thing is with Kemba is I didn't think they was going to put him out the rotation. I thought that maybe he can come in, give somebody 5-7 minutes and whatever. We don't know what they're going to do, right? My thing is, Freezy and the panel, what's the difference between James Harden and Alec Burks? James Harden is not a point guard, right?
Right.
James Harden is primarily a shooting guard. But what does James Harden do? He makes the team better.
He dominates the ball, yeah.
And that's the same thing I'm saying about Alec Burks. Every time Alec Burks been on his team, he made the team better. He might not be a traditional point guard. So my thing is to wait and see. Let's see what happens, right, with this team. My question is to the panel: how many games do we see Burks at this position till we say we done with it?
We got to give it at least 20, 25 games.
Oh,
right. But hold on.
I don't think the week's long.
10 to 15, I would say.
Let me ask y'all a question. These next 5 games, right? We come out and we lose all 5 games. What's the next move?
Quickly.
IQ.
Okay.
Hey, but
because you can easily. Okay, my bad.
No, go ahead, Deans.
I was saying you can easily slide Burks back into that second unit, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So you give if it don't work out, y'all say 5 games, I'm cool with that. You give IQ a shot. Slide him right back into the second unit.
On Derrick Rose.
Yeah, man. I just think see that Beans, that's the thing. I'm not knocking your point. When I say this, because it's one of the things I was thinking about, like all these weird thoughts just flying around in my mind. Because at what point do you start to look desperate to your team? At what point do you start to lose your team? You can't find an answer.
Is it desperate freeze, or is it like really just trying to find the right combination to win?
I agree with you, but I asked, at what point do you look desperate? Not that it is desperate.
Well, my thing is this: that we're 11-9 where all the nonsense and foolishness is going on, and we actually made a good adjustment, which makes our defense even better. And you guys are worried about us going on a losing streak? I don't get it.
Right.
Nah, nobody's talking about a loser streak. We're talking about if this doesn't work,
They weren't
like not gonna give him 20 games like we did Kemba. You understand? I think he's on a shorter leash, actually, in my mind. I don't know how everybody else thinks, but I think he's on a shorter leash. If he go out there,
I just want everyone to realize that we have the fungus among us on this panel here. I just want y'all to know
Oh
that.
my God!
I just want y'all, to know that the fungus is among us. Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious!
And he looks like a collection of creatures. And
look, Kevin, if you say
come on, man.
Listen, one more time,
I can't help it if we have Jabba the Hutt on here. You didn't realize that we had somebody.
Jabba? Jabba?
Yeah, not Jabba Jaws, Jabba the Hutt.
Okay. All right.
Hey, what do y'all think about having
with a sippy cup. With a sippy cup. Come on, man. With a sippy cup.
I always got my sippy cup. First of all, it's not Jabba with the A, it's Jabba. Okay, so get it right when you pronounce Jabba, not Jabba. Okay,
Jabba. Am I right, CWC?
I asked you, why did you let this little man in the building? This is what happened when
you wanted us to do this?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Right there.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that to Kev. We got to do this to Kev. We got to do that to Kev. That's our guy.
Yeah,
that's our guy, bro. Kev, we love Kev, man.
Right there. That's
we
my
love
man.
Kev. We joke around, man, but Kev is our Kev.
We need to put him on that summer grand screen right there.
No
doubt. Hey, on the real,
that's a nice jacket in the back.
Thank you.
You asked the question.
I don't know if I'm gonna get another one this year. I've been bad, so I don't know what I'm gonna get this year.
You hold on to that.
That's a 1950 jacket right there.
Frame that, right? For real, frame that.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but on a real, on this whole Alec Burks, how long do we let the experiment run? I'm of the belief that he will have that role until Derrick Rose is healthy enough to get in starting lineup. I'm just doing that, right? I don't. Him. First of all, Alec Burks right now, and Sam brought this up a little bit ago when he talked about. I think it was Sam, but somebody talked about positionless basketball, right? Alec Burks is not a point guard.
That's KJW.
KJW. Okay, KJ said that. So, and I agree 100%. He is not a point guard. He is a shooting guard, right? But when you bring that energy into the equation, I think that his energy opens up the floor just a little bit more, and he's looking to get other people involved. And when he can't, he's capable of knocking down his own shot, right? So that opens that up. But when you're talking about someone on the court orchestrating the offense and setting things up, and then we get back into this half court basketball situation, right? That's Derrick Rose. That's not Alec Burks. That's not his forte, right? At all. So
Derrick Rose.
Yes. So I would say that AD will be in this role until Rose is healthy enough. And then this is the thing that we talk about. We talked about this yesterday. Do we believe? I believe in my heart of hearts that this is G-Man's thoughts, right? I believe the move that the coaching staff made, that Tibbs made, to take Kemba out of rotation was, I won't say specifically, but I think injuries had a lot to do with it. I really don't see him making this move if Derrick Rose is healthy. I'm just being honest. I don't see it happening. Because we've seen this movie before, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it. Kemba's not healthy, can't play. Who starts? He didn't go to the bench and get AB then. Who started? Derrick Rose. What's different?
I don't think we paid Derrick Rose in the starting line.
That's what
Derrick Rose needs to stay right with him in that second unit, man. That's his thing, man.
IQ will come off and start before Rose would.
Yeah,
I got a question for you, real quick, G man.
Hey, Beans, let me do this real quick. Paris Tucker, thank you for the super chat. He says, "We don't shoot well enough not to be defensive first." Go ahead, Beans. I just wanted to do that real quick.
Now I wanted to ask G man, what point guard? You said Alex Burks is not a point guard. We know he a combo guard or two guard. I understand that, but what cannot do that a point guard can do? What he cannot do?
I'm not saying that he can't play the position. I've never said that. The only thing I'm saying.
Nah, I know you said that, but I'm just saying you saying he a combo guard. Like you really sticking that out there. Like I understand, but he's a combo guard that can't do what that a point guard can do. That's what I'm asking you.
I don't think that his forte is being able to set up the offense in a way that a floor general would do. I don't think that's it. I'm not saying he can't, but that's not his wheelhouse. I think
playmaking.
Say again?
Playmaking?
No. I'm not talking about playmaking. I'm talking about
facilitating
the offense.
Because facilitating and playmaking are two different things, and I know sometimes people juxtapose the words or whatever as if they mean the same thing. Playmaking is simple, like you get the ball and
get the ball.
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, but facilitating is manipulating the defense. Getting the ball to the hot shooters, knowing time and circumstance in the game, like knowing when to go 2 for 1, knowing when to push, knowing when not to, knowing when to back it out. So that's facilitating. Playmaking is cornerstone Kev take G-Man off the dribble and throw the lob to KJW events cut into the basket. Every time,
right?
all day long, day long.
And just look at G-Man in the face.
That's the difference between Alec Burks' game. Kemba Walker drives, Rose drives. What does Alec Burks do? Alec Burks push that ball back so the court is wide. He can see the whole court. And then, like I said, Alec Burks, when one of them guards, he'd be like, man, this guy can't do all that. He one of them guards. Everybody played basketball on this panel before, right?
Yeah.
G-Man
played basketball against his team, and you be like, man, look, I know this dude can't really go by me. He's one of those type of players that like, damn, this guy really got some sneaky handle and can do his thing. So what I see in the games with him right now is he's spreading the court out wider. So guess what's going to happen? People can make more cuts. Alec Burks can do his dribble. He could pull up. So to me, I think it's a great move. But I do definitely position as basketball, fellas. Definitely.
I got a question for y'all too, and I don't know. I think we glanced over this. Yeah, have y'all noticed that Derrick Rose is hurt already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already knew it was going to happen.
That's concerning to me, man. Because before the season started, before last season he ended the season hurt, and early on in this season he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so it's concerning to me that we don't have. My major concern is this. I think we are on the verge of being the walking wounded, right? I think we're on the verge of being Zombie Island.
We knew that.
Nerlens Noel is already hurt. Mitch has
been
hurt. Derrick Rose been hurt. Taj Gibson is hurt. Kemba Walker is not the same. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be the Denver Nuggets then. We're gonna be the Denver Nuggets
or something.
Yeah.
Or something. And you know, and Cornerstone Kev, guess who's hurt? Guess what all these players have in common?
What's that?
They are the vets.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hadn't heard a young guy be hurt in how long? Yo,
haven't heard it yet.
It's Tom Thibodeau, pick a direction and go, Tibbs. Either play all the kids all the time, or tell the front office we pushing all the chips into the middle of the table and we trying to win a championship this year.
But
go get some guys.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, Unc. Even if we play the kids, that doesn't mean that we're not going to that we're tanking.
Yes, it does.
Because I think it does not.
Yes, it
does.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does not.
Yes, it does, man.
No, it
doesn't. No, it doesn't. The kids can win.
Wow,
The
and
kids
Sarge, you
can
better
win.
back me up on this.
Hey,
Now.
let
Sarge, you
let
better
let
back me
Kev.
up on this now.
Hey, let Kev finish. Let's let Kev finish his point. So
The reason why I say it's not tanking because we have a top rated coach that will get these guys into situations that will make us successful. Now, if we had a Hornacek, or I hate to even mention, the
Derek
Thornton
Fisher,
dude, a Derek
Kurt
him,
Rambis.
Kurt Rambis, or the icing on the cake in a
Oh my God.
who was before who was before Dak? You had Tibbs, and who was before that?
Derek Fisher.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller, and who was before him?
That should remain
Herb
nameless.
Williams.
Exactly. Okay,
call his name.
but you see where I'm going with that.
Yes, sir.
Those guys would have had us in the lottery. That would have had us tanking. Tibbs ain't about that. So if he believes in these guys right here, if he believes
Yes,
in
sir.
the core, we're not going to tank at all.
Yeah,
Because
I think the kids better than the starters.
Case closed. Case closed.
Because CWC said it. But listen, but not Kev. The point. So you're missing a couple of points here that are very important. So first of all, when kids play, they make mistakes, and they don't make mistakes because they're dumb. They make mistakes because they basically play to their experience. And if somebody has more experience than them, they're going to outfox the kids. It's learning on the job experience is what they'll be getting. So if they make mistakes, Tibbs has to, in order for them to develop, has to let them play through the mistakes, which will cost us games, right?
Dude, we lose it anyway.
What does G-Man have to say? What do you got to think about G-Man?
So let me finish. Let me just finish this thing real quick, and I'll get out of the way. I promise. So the first thing is playing through mistakes, right? The other thing too that happens when you play the kids, that means the vets you paid and signed to long-term deals. Derrick Rose 3-year deal, Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks, Julius Randle, all them guys all the vets you signed to 3-year deals. Guess what they're gonna be doing? They're gonna be pouting on the bench because they want to play. They signed contracts here because they felt like they were gonna play. And if you just straight up play the kids and have these dudes riding on the bench when they could have been somewhere else, now you're talking about having a division in your locker room.
Okay.
The only thing the thing that's the biggest detriment to a successful organization is fractures and cliques in your organization.
But they get hurt a lot anyway. So what's the problem? They get hurt.
Not the kids. The
so
kids
what they
don't
gonna be
get hurt a
counting
lot.
for?
Not the kids. The
you know
kids
what I
don't
mean?
get hurt a lot.
It's business. It's business. You know what I mean? If you hurt and you can't do nothing on the court, you have a liability. So it is what it is.
Tibbs is going to balance it anyway with the young guys and the vets anyway. So
the young guys can win you games too. The starters, they make mistakes too. You know what I mean? That's why you have to develop your kids. Look at Orlando Magic, Wagner, Cole Anthony, all of them playing. Look at Houston Rockets, all of them playing. Look at Minnesota Timberwolves.
The Magic only won like 4 games though.
But still though, they learn from their mistake and they develop their kids. I guarantee you, next year they won't be 4-16.
You know what,
They'll be
CWC?
5
I like
16,
that.
bro.
I like that point, CWC, but we got to remember that Tibbs doesn't want to do that. He's trying to make the playoffs, so he's not.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know, yeah.
He doesn't believe in tanking.
Yeah, so he's not going to do that. If he wanted us to develop like last year, let's say we wasn't going to make the playoffs, then this would have been the perfect situation for him to play the kids all year so they could get the experience. Then they come back this year. But I think that's another reason why he put Burks there. Is more so him trying to compete. He wants to see what Burks can do. He knows Burks he's a shooter. He's consistent all year. He's a willing defender, and he can also do what Kemba hasn't done this year, which is finish at the basket at a higher clip. So I mean, I think that's more so why he threw him in there rather than us, see McBride or somebody like that out there. I think he still wants to compete and see what roster moves that he can make on the team to help us, make the playoffs again. I think that's what Tibbs wants. I don't think Tibbs wants us to be like a shoe-in the play-in. I think he wants us to be a top 4 seed, 5 seed like last year.
And another thing we got to also realize, and Freezy too, is that it's not like Tibbs didn't give these guys chances, our veterans chances. He gave them chances, and unfortunately, because of injury, they couldn't perform.
Yep.
So you got to keep the ball rolling, because in the end, we're going to get on Tibbs for not putting in the right rotation. I got to give Tibbs credit for doing what he's doing, and I don't think he's done. And what I mean by
If it
that
wasn't for
is,
our kids, we would be in 11th spot right now.
come on. I'm gonna tell you right now, if New Orleans doesn't get his injury thing together, Jericho Sims is gonna be in there.
Yeah.
Mitch too.
I'd rather see Sims, to be honest.
Well, see, I like that more, rather than be hurt and they just fill in, rather than us just, bench them like what Freezy's saying. Don't just, throw them on the bench. Like, let's say Nerlens is out for a good minute and Sims plays the way he played the other night. I mean, okay, that's a good situation because you're working him in, and it's not like Nerlens was available anyway. So, I mean, you're just giving
next man up
for the playoffs. So it makes sense to do something like that.
But here's the thing, Sam. Here's the thing. If Jericho's trajectory is rising, if his play is rising, and all of a sudden Knowles comes back and we put him back in, they're going to be the fans are going to go crazy, because they're going to be like, here's a guy that's giving that's busting tail, throughout these games, and now we got to put him back on the bench.
Well, you know what? That's where you give credit to the Leon Rose and those guys, and you let them work. Because as you see, all those free agent contracts that we have, they're tradable contracts. None of those contracts are really bad. So, I mean, let's say Sims is outperforming Noel. Okay, then you move Noel and somebody else get another star on the team. I mean, each contract that we sign in the free agency is tradable. I know people don't want to hear that
exactly
about it, but I mean, they're all tradable contracts.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm missing. I cannot wait till they call my boy back to the from the G League, call him back in McBride, because I think McBride's gonna be a killer for us. I really do.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question.
He's not ready yet, though. Kev.
He's not ready, you don't think?
No, I've seen him in the G League. He's still messy.
What do you see in G League that he's missing? Just real quick, CD. I just want to hear his comment real quick.
I think his inability to create space for himself consistently is a big issue. When he's out there, is really just like him creating his own offense. He's not getting other guy. His defense is stupendous, though. I mean, he has a 6'8" wingspan, so those are positives. And his on-board defense is amazing. But I mean, like offensively, like he's not there. Yeah.
But do you think he'll get there?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
As far as the rotation to crack it, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, CWC. I'm sorry.
Hey, I just want to ask y'all a question before I head out. Do y'all think the second unit, I'll call them Mob D, do y'all think they could beat the starters? Do y'all think?
Absolutely. Yes.
I believe they think that too. When they step on the court,
of course
they be like,
can.
Man, get these guys on the bench, man. Let us play.
See, Obi destroy Randall.
Put like this, they playing each other in practice, right? So I'm gonna get the starters a slight edge on that. I think iron sharpens iron, and what these young guys are doing right now on that court, it's ambition. Think about it, right? You going they got a lot of ambition. The young guys, when they come on that court, there's a whole bunch of ambition. They want to get that playing time because they know.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Energy.
What's going to happen is, and we see the difference right now. So what's going to happen is the young guys get on that court. They want to stay out there, and this is what the trend that we're starting to see in these young guys. So, like I said, with this whole Burke thing starting, guess what? There's more opportunity for Grimes, for Sims.
Yeah.
Let Noel stay hurt for a little bit. You know what? I'd rather have Noel and them together when playoffs time comes, because we're going to need those big bodies back then. So let the young guys get in there. Let them be the little minions. Let them go ahead and go up and down the court. And that's the difference. These young guys can defend baseline to baseline. Look what they did with Trey Young. They took it out the ball out their hand. So that's where I'm going with it right now.
Burke was a big part of that too.
Absolutely. Play these young guys.
I want everyone to know, on the panel in the chat, that someone that's sitting there has all those receipts of everybody that was clamoring to trade Obi. Everybody was clamoring. See, he's got a smile on his face now because no one has given this man his no one has said that they were wrong about Obi because they was already to trade him last year. He's got a book of receipts, and I want to tell y'all that this is what he has told me. He's got the book of receipts.
I'm just waiting.
We gotta give Obi his due.
Oh yeah, I love Obi.
Obi,
but quickly,
Man,
my
I'm
boy
not
though.
gonna lie. I think the second unit be running the first unit through it in practice. I think they be
Yeah, that's what I think.
and I feel the second unit feel like they can beat anybody's first unit. That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
just up
now
there just being quiet.
Now, once that first unit catch up after this adjustment, we gonna see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I called out 7-3 in the next 10, and that was what, 2 games ago? I still think we're gonna do that. Everybody thought this 10 games coming up was gonna be so brutal. Oh, you got Brooklyn, you got them. I said, man, we going 7-10, man.
Yeah. If we stop KD, let him score 40 points, and let him score 40 points and stop the other guys, we'll win this game, man.
Well, I think the way that you beat Brooklyn is the same way you beat the Hawks. You know that Trey is gonna give you whatever. You know KD is gonna give you whatever. So like you're saying, CWC, just make sure that we don't let the no names go off like how we let Pat Connaughton and all them go off on us. Don't let the guys don't average 20 on the Knicks.
Well, there's one guy. There's one guy that I want to focus in on. That's not an all-star, but was on a championship team, and that's Patty Mills. We cannot.
Yeah, Bill. I know you were gonna say his name.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. You said somebody else. That's the reason why.
No. I'm saying like Pat Connaughton has the ability to shoot just like Patty Mills does. I'm saying you know he's gonna give us 30 regardless, right?
Right.
So don't let Patty Mills light us up for 40, or somebody like Bruce Brown get like 20 and 5 on us. No, we need to limit those guys. We need to limit those guys from scoring. We know what KD's going to do to us. I mean, he gave every other team 30.
What about LaMarcus? What about LaMarcus Aldridge?
He's hardly been playing, Kev.
I mean, you know what Aldridge is capable of, but like I'm saying,
he hasn't been in rotation.
Aldridge is going to give us probably 10 and 5. He's going to get his mid-range shots, a couple rebounds, but you don't want Aldridge getting Portland Trailblazers numbers 30 and 10 on us.
Oh,
that's going to hurt you in the film session. You want to lock down the rest of their guys, at least to where like how we beat the Hawks. You had Trey give us 30, whatever else, and he didn't do anything in the fourth quarter at all. That's how we won that game. He did nothing. He lit us up in the first half, got his points out of the way. Third quarter, he made some baskets. In the fourth quarter, he did nothing. Because you saw when they gave it to everybody else on the court, nobody else could score. Nobody else could create their shot, anything for the Hawks. They're pretty much just dead out there, regardless of the fact that they had injuries.
Well, our defense is going to be up to the task tonight because this move was made in order for the perimeter defense to be stronger. Yes. And what a better way to start off to see how that would look than against a perimeter explosive offensive team. So it's good. We'll see.
Yeah.
Somebody made a good point too. They did also give Blake the Kemba treatment. I know it's not the same situation, but they did take Blake Griffin out the rotation.
Oh, Blake Griffin is out?
Yeah, they took him out the rotation.
He's out, and also Joe Harris has had surgery, ankle surgery.
Smoking Joe, he's out. Wow.
Yeah. I wish they give
Joe Harris out?
Yeah, he had surgery.
Yeah.
4 to 8 weeks.
Okay, that's the best shooter right there.
Yeah. But man, I don't care about injuries. Word up, nobody don't care when we injured. I don't care about nobody injured. That's part of the game.
You gotta play.
Next man up. That's it.
Next man up.
Yeah. So how we looking tonight, fellas? What do you guys think about tonight's game against the Nets? Like as far as
Knicks win by 10.
Where is it? In the Garden or in Brooklyn?
It's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn.
Same difference.
It's a home game still a home
Same difference.
Yeah.
My guy K Dub. I just realized it was you, boy. It was good, mate.
My man Bake, what's up, brother? I see you baking the beans today.
As usual, man.
As
usual.
Hey, don't give no baked beans to Sergeant G, man. All right.
My man, right? Hey, look, hey, Kaz. G-Man is a giant fan like me, brother. So I gotta get. He always got love for me because he's a giant fan like me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
I'm a Jets fan, so I'm gonna back on up out of that conversation.
And I'm a Pittsburgh fan, so I'm definitely gonna back out.
It's all up.
I think we can win this game because I think we have better scores than them. If you think about it,
yeah,
our starters and our bench, like quickly,
yeah,
you got Burks out there that can create their own shots, and you got Randall, RJ,
who's excited
Thompson.
Who's excited to see Grimes?
And we got athletic guys, man.
I am.
Yeah.
Tell you the bench going to run on Brookman.
He went crazy last night too in the G League. Again, he went crazy again, and he caught a baptism. Y'all got to check it out.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Kev, who's going to guard Durant?
The team is going to be.
It's going to be RJ. It's going to be Burks. It's going to
It's going to be.
I think it's going to be Mitch. Yeah. Bunch of Mitch.
I think we should trap.
I think RJ. I think Randall might guard KD too at one point of the game.
If RJ scores on 10, it's because he's putting all his defensive effort into guarding Durant.
Yeah.
So.
If you put a body on KD, man, he frail. If you put a body on him, play physical a little bit, take him out his game, or trap. Sometimes trap KD too, and let them other guys create their own shots.
Yeah.
So to me, this is going to be different tonight, Kev, and everybody else. Listen, so the Knicks, what they're going to do tonight? They're going to switch everything, right? This is going to make them a way better team, and we're going to hold these guys to under 100 points, just for the fact because we have bodies now to switch these guys. As to before, we couldn't do it with the personnel we got. And these young guys are going to play tonight. Maybe not McBride, but Grimes. When we get 3-4 guards in the start, I think D Rose is playing tonight too as well. But between D Rose, IQ, Grimes, it's going to do a whole different pace, and that's what shocked Atlanta today.
He's got good defense, Grimes.
We stopped Atlanta. Now we don't forget last year we beat Atlanta all 4 games in the regular season. We lost them in the playoffs 4-1. So we can't get too happy about that. I'm happy that we did held these guys to 88, 90 points. But tonight, I want to see what's going to be the difference with Alec Burks in the unit and to see how they all gel together and if they can stay consistent tonight as far as defense. I want to see the switch in defense. I want to see what they're going to do with KD and James Harden. James Harden can't get them nicky knack fouls no more. So I think they go ahead and get the W tonight, and it's going to be a hard game. It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Do you think IQ has changed his game now because he can't get those calls either? I think.
Yeah, he changed his game.
He made some adjustments. Yeah.
He made that mid-range shot too. I saw several mid-range shots he shot too
Did you see
in
that?
the paint.
Did you see that? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Improving.
Right, and that's what I'm saying about not always having to go for the 3. Just hit your 2s. Your 2s are just as good as your 3s.
Yeah.
Your 3s are like your knockout. You're either gonna be great or be sorry if you can't knock down that 3.
Does anybody have an update on RJ? I know he had that illness. Do y'all know if he's gonna be good to go? Because remember they said he was questionable earlier in the week because he had that illness.
Oh, I ain't hear that.
I don't know.
You don't know he had a non-COVID illness that they were saying he was battling a few days ago, but I'm not sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they updated that.
Nah, RJ's still young. I think he should be all right. Okay. I think we would have heard if he'd be out. Well, don't y'all be checking the thing with the I think one of y'all doing it now, but where they check all the who gonna be out and all that,
I think him, Rose, and Noel are questionable. I think that's what they said earlier in the week. I don't know about today.
Sometimes when Sim Network come on, and he something like that, be coming on around like 12 o'clock. He be telling the injury reports and things like that.
The only person from the injury report right now for the New York Knicks is Derrick Rose.
Was he questionable?
Okay. And put the word out for Sim. I'm coming after Sim because I'm getting that receipt because he was one of Obi's biggest detractors as well. So tell Sim I'm coming after him.
Yeah, people are saying he's still questionable.
Yo,
Loki gonna be getting them laws. What? He gonna be getting them laws.
I'll be back, guys.
All right, cool. Yo, low key, that Kemba and D Rose hurting is a sign, man. Everything happens for a reason, man. Because if Kemba wasn't flexible like he was on defense, it would never open up opportunities. And opportunities come in weird ways, but they come. And you, like Tim say, you just got to take advantage of it.
You make a valid point because if we look, and this is how things happen, and we kind of gloss over them because it's so transparent to us in our day-to-day lives that we don't give credence to it, right? So remember this time last year when we started to see more of an Emmanuel quickly. Why was that? Because of injury. When we started to get the buzz about Obi's minutes, whatever the case may be, that was not necessarily interjected because of injury, but when you talk about the next man up, when you move a Alec Burks out of the second unit, that opens up to KJ's point, that opens up a spot for Grimes to go ahead and get his burn, right? So everything that's being done has second and third order effects with it. I say all that to say this, right? Tonight's game, I believe, is going to be predicated on what type of team chemistry we bring to the Barclays Center, right? Now, we individually, when you start talking about individual matchups, that don't really mean nothing. KD gonna be who KD is gonna be. But I'm telling you right now, if you look out there as a coaching staff and you realize that the people that Brooklyn have on the court can't outrun those young guns, guess what? Put the young guns in. Let them get some run. Let them get some burn. So when you put an RJ or a Julius back out there, then they don't have to contend with the starters because now Brooklyn is playing their bench guys. The starters are tired. The young boys done ran them up and down the court so many times. Now their tongue hanging out. They need oxygen masks. That's how we beat Brooklyn. That's how we do that. Come on, man. Stop playing.
And that's how it's been a lot of the season too. And the only game that the bench faltered was against Phoenix. And Phoenix has a very high potent bench as well. I think they're top 5 in the league as well. But so I mean, every night, just about every night, our bench is at an advantage. And that's one of the big reasons why we've been 11-9 because of that bench. And I think because of everything that happened and inserting Grimes in there, our on-ball defense has got better. And Grimes can shoot. We just haven't seen it. And you see he's shooting with confidence. He's got a good rotation. His shot's going to come around. And he's not hesitating either. So this was a great move, man.
Right. Plus, we got to understand the NBA is changing now. These young guys now, they're coming in NBA ready. It's not like can't play the kids. These guys, the training programs they got, things that's going. That's why we get different NBA ball players now with these young guys. So these guys are ready to play. And like to Sarge's reference for the young guys tonight, even if RJ's out, guess what? We got to play those young guys for the simple fact they got the energy. And if the older guys are not having that energy, why not? We house money. We got house money we playing with all year. When was the last time we had a team so deep? We all know all these players that we so excited about. I can't remember a team like this within the last 20 years. Don't forget, guys, in the last 20 years, we only been over 500 4 times. Well, we only made the playoffs 4 times, right?
Yeah.
4 years was last year. So my thing is, look what we got now. To me, the Knicks spoiled all of us. We expect, and it should be that way because we've been hurting for so long. So every expectation, every prediction we predicted, hey, everything is right. Why not? What's the difference between starting this guy? Something got to work. We all want to get to that championship one, right? So whatever's going to do to get there, why not? We just got to go through it.
Let everybody play. Let everybody get that experience.
KJW is an idealist. He's an idealist because he's speaking to if everything is perfect, right? You speaking to if everything is perfect, right? What if
Freezy, not even, bro. I'm just saying. Think about it. These last 20 games, right? We seen the Kemba project, right? I wanted Kemba and Rose to play together. I wanted to see that combination. But guess what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Kemba Walker with the Washington Wizards. I'm thinking about D Rose from last year. And I'm like, damn, we got 2 combo guards that can go fast and go. I'm not even thinking about the defense, right? I'm thinking on that level, right? But then I seen 20 games. I'm like, damn, I like Kemba. Kemba's best game is when you went to Charlotte. Yeah. When the man dropped 17 points in 10 minutes. At that game,
we saw it. We would.
That's what I'm saying. So look, when you saw Kemba
being so fast, bro, I was like, "Hey,
you was there?
Yeah,
we must have lost that game."
So
we did lose that.
So Breezy, at that game when you saw that man live, right? You said Kemba's back, right?
No.
Did you? You didn't say that.
No, KJW. This is the thing that I saw with Kemba, right? I was like, man, they all over. Kemba is hitting a whole bunch of shit. I was thinking, ain't no way he gonna be able to continue to make shots at this pace. Is what I was thinking, because it wasn't like he was blowing. It wasn't like he was Sonic the Hedgehog. He was just the shots that he was taking were just going in. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo. Is this a Devin Booker type night where you take contested shots all night and they still go in? Or is he just hot for these few minutes? Maybe the adrenaline is flowing because he's back in his old stomping grounds, and is this going to wear off? And it really didn't, because he started hot, he left the game, he came back in, Randall was trying to do whatever, Randall stuff, whatever. And then he got hot again. So I was like, okay, all right. But in terms of long term, bro, I don't know. I still got a bunch of thoughts, bro. I'm more nervous about what the national. I'm nervous about how Stephen A. Smith gonna bash us if we lose to Brooklyn.
F Stephen A. Smith, bro. He's garbage.
You can't worry about Stephen A. Come on now.
No, but it's not Stephen. Hey, Anthony D, you got the thing playing in the background, bro?
I was about to play some taps for Kemba Walker, because he's dead on arrival. He's dead. He finished. And I love, and I hate to speak about Kemba like that, but let me good morning to Nick Nation. Salute to the panel. Sergeant at Arms, I'm gonna need you to strum up a little taps for me, for Kemba, because he's no longer gonna be with us.
No doubt.
It's one of those things that you've heard me talk about it. We've talked about it, ad nauseum, that you don't get better with bone on bone. Bone on bone does not get better. You
Antonio
see?
McDyess.
And this is how you know there's two camps.
Brandon
in
Roy.
England.
Yep.
Brandon Roy. All of the players that we thought was going to have long-term careers, once they got that bone-on-bone situation and they got that microfracture surgery, it's a wrap.
Amari Stoudemire.
Amari Stoudemire, Anthony Hardaway. It's never gonna be the same again. You understand?
Yes, man. It's exactly what you think it is.
Grant Hill.
And then Grant Hill.
Man.
It's never gonna be the same again. You know what I mean? So you've got two camps at MSG. You got one camp who are dreamers and who are sitting back on the sideline and are happy that Randall got second team All NBA, and then you got your guys on the ground. You got your Tibbs out here pulling out what bit of hair he has left, right? Because he knows that a guy like that is not going to be able to make the finish line, and period.
Well, the Kemba thing is not. I'm hurt, bro.
Hey, Freezy. Hey, Boogie looking for the link, bro.
Okay. Hey, you know what this is? Early this morning.
Coke 45.
Apple juice.
It works every time.
Apple juice.
Apple juice. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man. All right, I got the link, but to what Anthony D's saying, man, and to what all of y'all are saying, man, too. Respect to y'all points of view.
Anthony ain't got no point of view.
And we all don't agree.
Yeah, I'm just in a weird place, bro, because I feel like the timing of this is off. Because to me, it's sudden. Because the reason why it feels like the timing is off and this is sudden is because Tibbs played Alfred Payton all last year, and we were about to the point where we were about to revolt against Tibbs, to the point where we almost threatened not to go to Knicks games no more about Alfred Payton, right? And he played him anyway, right? Mm-hmm. And this year, Knicks fans were saying, we're going to give it 20 games, we're going to give it 20 games, we're going to give it 20 games, we're going to give it 20 games. And Tibbs, at 20 games, made a move.
Yep.
Which
there's two reasons for that, though, Freezy. One, there's bigger expectations this year than there were last year. One.
And
Number two is that Payton played good on-ball defense. Payton got into the paint, and Payton's a bigger guard. So you got to put that into the equation.
And then the point I was going to make quick is, no matter what, last year, like D said, we can rely on that defense from Payton, but everything else was shot. You know what I'm saying? Was shot. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if you can really compare that, because no matter what, we knew we was going to get good defense from Payton. We knew we was going to get that for as long as he was on the court.
Did you get good defense?
From Payton?
That's all you got. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And he take it to the rim too. He take it to the rim. Kemba ain't taking it to the rim.
And he was a big guard.
But here's the real question: was he a team player?
No.
That's why he with Phoenix.
But that's open.
That's big.
But that's open ended. And Kev, that was a trap question, and you did a great job, Kev. Kev asked a trap question just now, and all of y'all jumped into it, because being a team player and following orders in Alfred Payton's I guess in Alfred Payton's way, were two different things. Tibbs said, "Do this regardless of what other people say," right? And Alfred Payton did that. He took his marching orders. And I don't expect like people with that with military experience or whatever to understand this, but Alfred Payton got his marching orders and he followed them to a T, to the dismay of teammates that wanted him to get on the court and vary from the orders that he got from his superiors. Alfred Payton followed. Tibbs said, "Hey, guard this other man, give Randall the ball. When you get it, drive to the hole, throw a layup. You know what I'm saying? Or kick a spray to a shooter." And Alfred Payton did that. And people wanted him to dance and prance and break his man down off the dribble and throw alley-oop. Nah. Alfred Payton followed Tibbs' orders to the letter of the law. And he was not popular for doing it. Right? And those that have been in leadership before understand what it's like. You know how you get promoted from one of the guys to management, and then upper management is grooming you to be upper management, but you still have kind of your liking and your relationships with the guys that you left behind, and they expect you to be one of them guys that you left behind, but you're not because you're a manager now. Anybody ever been through that?
Absolutely.
Every day.
And you know how your homeboy be like, yo, let's go to such and such on this 15-minute break. You like, yo, I can't do that because first of all, it takes 15 minutes to get there, and then you want to eat, and then it takes 15 minutes to get back. Yo, I'm a manager. I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? 15-minute break for me mean 15-minute break,
and you got to go back to work.
Yes. And so that's the thing with Alfred Payton. Hey, what's up, Free Keith? I see you. I see Free Keith is in the building. What's good? Yo,
another nemesis.
But the thing is, Alfred Payton followed his marching orders to a T, and it wasn't popular to the point where it kind of rubbed him the wrong way, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta set myself aside from these guys, man. I can't. Tibbs want me to do this one thing at point guard, and that's all he want me to do." So,
Uncle Freezy, is Free Keith the apologist in the building? I've been looking for you, Free Keith. Where you been, baby?
Free Keith don't. No, this ain't the conversation for Free Keith, bro. Let's talk to Free Keith after Brooklyn.
But it is. I've been looking for you, bro.
Nah, man. Nah.
Get him.
Free Keith don't want any part of this conversation, bro. This is because Free Keith said some stuff about Kemba Walker, and I don't know if he want to jump in on this right here.
I'm out here like Magnum T.I. I'm out here like Magnum T.I. with a rusty Derringer. With a rusty Derringer.
Bro, don't call out Free Keith, bro.
So how we gonna stop Brooklyn tonight?
I got something for you first. I got hype. Check this out.
Oh man.
Yeah, hey Anthony D, you got what you asked for, bro. You got what you asked for, bro.
Ding ding. Here we go.
Yo, I don't hide from no smoke. I'm just at work, so like I got to deal with my schedule. So like, yeah, what's good?
What's good, boss?
What up, chat? What up? Love y'all. Let me get the love out the way. Let me get the love out the way first before the hate start falling. Let me love y'all first before y'all start hating on me. Let me get the love out the way first. Love y'all. Go ahead. Now rain y'all hate.
How are you? How are you, Mr. Keith? Mr. I got the intel from that pathetic MSG front court. They're playing chess, not checkers. Your man couldn't even last 20 games. I need to understand why.
Stop hitting me with that chess, not checkers. I'll eat everything else. Stop hitting me with that chess, not checkers line. I hate that. I never use that line. I hate when people use it. It's very trite. I never use that. So like that's incorrect. But however, I'm gonna eat the rest of that. But that's fine though, because what the part that's being left out is the other part when I was like. The beauty of the deal is that it was low risk, high reward. Like, yo, if he doesn't work out, it's cool. It's $8 million. We wasn't getting LaMelo Ball type player for $8 million. It was a cool kick the tires, kind of what you call it. And honestly, the reason why he's now out of the rotation is kind of like the same reason we was debating whether he be effective or not. It's because of his defense. It's not because his knees is grinding and this, that, and the other. Like, yeah, those are health joints, but like, yo, like the dude just can't. He's not effective on defense, and he never was.
Right.
But Free Keith,
and now he doesn't have the offense. His offense hasn't been enough to cover it. So what do? You got, you know what I'm saying? I love Kemba. Yo, Kemba's my dude. I still like I'm still waiting for his jersey to come in and I'm a Rocket. Like, yo, I love Kemba, but we have 20 games of evidence now. Like, yo, like defensively, he's not able to cover the deficiencies he has defensively with the offense that he's been given. So what? So what do we do?
Free Keith, how come he was so successful with those Charlotte teams?
He was young, Cat. He was young.
Nah, he was never counted on for defense, bro. We count on cats for defense. It just is what it is.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Yo, he is not out of the rotation because of his offense. He's out of the rotation because of his defense, dude. Like, and everybody cats hating on Burks. I've been the one saying like I'd love to see Burks run in the first unit. I thought the trade was going to be him and RJ. Because I felt like RJ probably run better with those thoroughbreds in the second unit, but look at how we looked with Burks, and whether Kemba was healthy to play or not, we looked better in the front unit. And the reason why we looked better because we were actually able to be more cohesive on the defensive end.
Right. Okay. Duly noted.
Like he can't guard nobody, and that's a problem. Like he's 6'1". He's 6'1". He's already coming in with a height.
Nah, that's a boost.
6'1".
Oh, my fault. He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. Burks is 6'6". Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a obvious night and day. And Burks gets after it on defense.
Yeah. He's been a proponent for that.
I got a question. For you, Free Keith. Do Burks make it the rest of the year as the starting point guard for the New York Knicks?
I mean, I personally, I don't think so. I think he's. I would love to be wrong or like surprised on this. I don't think so. But I feel like this. I feel like Burks has been a surprising player. Somebody's got.
There you go. Okay, boss.
Okay. Burks has been, I think, a very surprising player. He has been undersold by a lot of the fan base. He's been, that dude has been it's doing it again. A multi-tier Swiss Army knife and doing everything that he's been asked to do decently. I personally think that he's the best role player on the team right now.
Okay, and as I hear you say undersold by the fans, you mean by the fans or the league? Because everybody I know that met with love
you talk
Burks.
to players in the league, they respect Burks.
Hear an echo.
I know, but
what did D-Wade say about Burks? Years ago.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like how we look at gameplay like, oh, we like different styles of play. We want to see this guy play. But dude, it's effect. And look at the effect. He's much better. He's actually the front line looks a lot better with Burks.
Yo, I'm not laughing at you, Free Keith. I'm laughing at AD and his terrible audio, bro.
I mean, you can laugh.
AD audio.
It's not you, Free Keith. It's
AD.
No,
it's AD. Yeah. AD audio.
I don't even know what's going on. The depth, which what I said from the beginning of this season, which is the depth is our star player. And this right here is more reasoning why. We're not depending on Kemba. Kemba was a kick the tires kind of move, very low risk, but we got like a litany of cats behind him that could get it done, and we're showing it. This is not even no cause for I feel like this is a cause like cats are trying to get at the dudes who were glad that we got Kemba. Hometown hero, I'm from New York. Kemba's a good player. I would not have if we would have played that full $40 million and traded somebody for him, yes. Totally different scenario right now. $8 million to kick the tires on a 4-time All-Star. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I can dig that, bro.
I can dig that too.
Plus, with the amount of depth we have behind him, and he was only playing 20 minutes a night.
Yeah,
I can dig that.
Man. My bad. Yeah, act like what happens is it's not like narrative buster season. So Kemba gets kicked out of Kemba gets kicked out of the rotation that he was only playing 21 minutes a game a night in anyway. Oh, all the guys who said that Kemba was gonna be good, let's go get at them. What y'all mad at? The team actually look at the product. It looks better. Y'all got it.
So here's why I'm mad, Free Keith. So because the way you phrased it, bro, I almost was there with you.
What?
I was almost there with you, bro. But I can't rock with your dressed up narrative, bro, because for the money that we signed Kemba to, we could have had a 6'9" wing player.
Who?
Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre was going to run point. He was going to run point.
No.
But this is the point. So you're saying instead of Kevin Fournier, because nowhere in the world, if you're looking for a point, you're gonna go look for. If you're looking for a point guard, you're gonna go looking for him. You're not gonna go looking for. You're not gonna go looking for him. See, this is my point. Like we're talking about a point guard. Why does what you call it even come up?
Because see, the thing is Kemba Walker
was he going to run point?
Kemba Walker was last minute. It's not like he was a part of
this
offseason.
It was an $8 million last minute play. Who was available that was better at point guard, which is what we needed a point guard. Who was better?
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. So you're saying?
Are you saying we should have got? Are you saying we should have got?
That we got Kemba Walker.
We should have got Oubre. We should have got Oubre instead. We should have got Oubre instead of Evan because it wasn't like they were going to get Oubre instead of Kemba. They needed. It was a point guard they were trying to get.
Bro, wait. So what you're telling me is that Kemba was a last minute answer, but he was a priority. You can't be the priority and be last minute, bro.
Who said he was a priority?
You said the position.
I was a masterful deal. I said it was a masterful deal that Leah
was a priority.
Point guard was a priority.
And then you asked me if Kelly Oubre could play point guard.
Dude, you need a point guard. You're gonna roll the dice on Kemba for $8 million. You're gonna do it. Any team is gonna do it, bro. You're gonna do it. You need a point guard. You're going to roll the dice on Kemba for $8 million because you're not guaranteed to get your point guard for $8 million anyway.
But that is the problem.
Who was you getting for that money? Who was you getting?
Keith, that's the problem. The problem was lack of preparation to address the position. That's the problem.
What preparation?
No,
what preparation did they miss?
Zero preparation.
They didn't do
zero. It was zero preparation.
Okay. Was so hot on draft night, he could have walked up to New York by his.
We have Rose. We have Rose, IQ, and Deuce McBride. Right? We have Rose, IQ, Deuce McBride. I'm not mentioning Kemba. We had all of them. We had all of them at the time too. He wasn't like, Kemba is Kemba wasn't. I don't think anybody looked at Kemba as the solution at point guard. What everybody looked at was like, oh, we got Kemba and Rose, so like they actually mitigate each other's health concerns. That's what we were saying. But for $8 million, nobody thought that we would have been able to get a quality point guard anyway.
Can I chime in?
Hey man, how you doing?
Did we hate on the cats hated on the Evan pickup? They hated on they wanted Oubre over Evan Fournier. I don't think that was a good look. That would have been a good look. We weren't going to get Oubre over Kemba. Not for no $8 million.
So basically, we just got jukes for $8 million. We just paid $8 million for 20 games. Basically,
out the window.
Yeah, you paid the $8 million was kicking the tires on a 4-time All-Star.
That's a lot of money, bro.
That's not, dude. It's a lot of what? Okay, take Kemba out the equation. How you get $8 million now? You got $8 million to play with. Who you getting? Who was available?
Schroeder
was gone for $5 million already. What you mean?
Jeff T.
Schroeder was gone. Schroeder was gone when we got Evan. Schroeder was gone.
Again, lack of preparation, lack of reading the market, lack of reading the market. Okay, hold on a second, Keith. Hold on a second, Keith. Hold on a second, Keith.
For an all-star, they made a play for a very cheap all-star. It didn't pan out. Like you can't.
Okay, hold on a second. Boston's first move going into the offseason was what? They cut a man that averaged 19.3 points in 43 games, right? They cut him outright, or they traded him outright. OKC gave him his 50 cents on the dollar and got rid of him. This is what I'm saying about lack of preparation. The Knicks have all the intel in the world. They have a so-called vice president who has a moniker by the name of Worldwide. Worldwide what? Worldwide what? Worldwide to get a guy to get a feel good, and no one loves Kemba more than me. It hurts me to see him like this. It hurts me to see that they did this to him. If you had came out and made a battle between Quickly, Yeah,
Bro,
if you, oh my God,
bro,
if you had made a battle, if you had said quickly as you
nothing
died,
to say right now. If y'all would have nothing to say right now, if that man was putting up what he was putting up in Boston.
That's true.
but
That
he's
was the
not.
$8 million. That was the $8 million bet.
That's
That was the
That's
$8
true.
million bet, bro. It was just a bad bet.
That is
Hey,
true.
but
You gotta
Freaky,
take that $8 million bet. You
no,
got
no,
to.
you
And
don't.
if he was putting up those numbers right now, which
don't.
if he was putting up that 19 points a game right now, nobody would have been. Nobody. We wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. But you don't know that he can or can't do that until you try.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
I just don't think it was. I don't think it was this big catastrophic thing like you're talking about by them
Hold on.
actually
Let me
taking a
ask you a question.
flyer.
Let me ask you a question. Right?
What starter is making $8 million?
All right.
What starter is making $8 million?
The point is that the numbers.
Let me ask you a question.
The on and off stuff with the Knicks, with the on and off stuff with the Celtics. That's why the Celtics got rid of him. His on and off when they tried to play him with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and they were still terrible. That's why they traded him, bro, because Kemba is washed, and he came here and put up the same numbers, and now he out of the rotation, and now another team, a third team in one calendar year, is looking to get rid of him.
I am not mad at I would be 100% on your guys' side if these guys if these guys paid market rate, if they paid market rate for Kemba. I would be right here with you guys right now. But to me, again, I look at the landscape like yes, I'm going to take a $8 million flyer on a starter who was a 4-time All-Star and who just came off of 19 points a game. Like that's
classic Knicks, though. That's
no, it's not. What do you mean classic Knicks?
That's Nickelodeon right there.
Why is that Nickelodeon? Who would it get?
Because sign an injury-prone 30-something former All-Star to bread
$8 million. That's nothing.
games. And yeah.
For $8 million, bro, that's nothing. To see if he still got it.
That's
Keith,
see if he still got it.
Keith, here's what you're missing.
So what if, he was putting up 19? Because really he was just missing. So what if he was putting up that 19 a game right now? We'd all be happy.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Here's what you're missing, Keith. You're missing these couple of points right here. Not only signing him to that money affected what you could have did at point guard someplace else, you came into the season, injury prone at center.
Okay.
Yes.
What else?
Hold on.
Yes.
Where's everybody? How you gonna move out?
Just go.
But you came into the season with a banged up Mitch and a banged up Noel when you could have used that money to went out and maybe sign a Drummond, maybe sign Dwight Howard to help fortify that position. Or JaVale McGee. That $8 million, and this is what I said last night on Gmo's show, right? You signed a guy when you have all the medical intel in the world. You're gonna tell me that your medical staff okayed signing bone on bone, no cartilage in between? That's like buying a hamburger with no meat. It's just buns.
Buns.
You see what I'm saying? Anyway, let the fellas back on in, baby.
Yeah, because free keeper and rip your head off. Okay.
Dude, this is the problem. It ain't even about ripping heads off. Cats really don't like. I listen to cats on here. Dudes don't like. Cats just wait for their narrative joints to appear so they can beat down their narrative, dude. In any team, in any what you call it, a $8 million flyer on a last minute all-star pickup, that's not. We had the depth to try and see if that will work. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not getting him over Drummond when I have two centers that I believe in. Like, all right, yeah, they banged up, but I know what they do when they're healthy. I'm gonna go ahead and get like some. We obviously needed more help at center than we need. I mean, at point guard than we needed at center.
Keith,
what did Taj come in at the beginning of the season and do? Held it down until Cats came back. That's it. It wasn't like we needed a center. We needed more. We needed to take a flyer on somebody who might be better at point guard. We did that, and it didn't work out.
Man, your front office trash, bro.
We did not spend even. We didn't even spend market rate. He's an $8 million starter, bro.
Your front office.
What quality starters are in the league for $8 million?
He's an $8 million bench player.
He's not now he's on the bench, but again,
he's an $8 million guy who about to get cut.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay, that's fine.
Trying to say something.
You know, y'all act like every move is going to be the last move. Like we have the depth. We have the depth to absorb the chance that they took. It was a decent chance. I will not hold that against them. Like that was a decent flyer. It did not cost them anything more than a year of $8 million. Fine. Nah, I don't think this is the second year guaranteed. And if the second year guaranteed, then he's an expiring contract. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not it was not a huge. I don't think it was huge money to spend on a starter that you wanted to take on an all-star that you wanted to take a flyer on at the point guard position. Because if it worked out, if the slim chance that it worked out, it would have been great. And it still is going to be great,
Keith,
to tell you the truth.
Let me ask you this question. Keith, let me ask you this question. Straight up. At any point in this time, at any point in the 20 games, did he ever have control of the offense? I'm not even talking defensively. I'm talking offensively. At any point in time, did you see him have control of the offense?
Yes. Yes. There were 2 games in the beginning he took control of.
That's 2 out of 20, fam. 2 out of 20.
Like I said before, Catch was going to be mad. But Randall is still running the ball.
Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Did I not say that? I said that as the season began. Catch was going to be mad. They're going to be disappointed because Randall is still going to run the ball.
Bro, I knew that.
That's why Burks can come up. That's why Burks can come up in place of Kemba, and the starting line look better.
Nah.
Because what the starting line needs is Catch. Because what the starting line needs is Catch to dependably help Randall. That's not what I'm saying. Like, oh, that's not my perfect scenario or this, that, and the other. But I'm looking and observing the basketball that's going on. That's what it is. Kemba is out of the rotation because he can't help Randall offensively and he can't help the team defensively. That's it.
Like,
Free Keith this can't be Free Keith. He's getting no defenders to chase him around. He's getting so he's not actually helping in the way that Evan and him were supposed to help coming. Evan is doing his thing. He's shooting his threes. He's getting his man out there. Kemba is not doing that. Kemba is not getting nobody to chase him around. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not even nothing about like, oh, his health is what's keeping him. So the knees and the arthritis is what is the issue. Nah, his defense is not up to snuff and he's not able to hide it with his offense.
Nah, Freaky, he watched.
If he was giving us the 19 points, if he was giving us the 19 points a game that he was if he was giving us the 19 points a game from Boston, this would not even be a conversation right now.
I'm about to defend Freaky for a second. Hold on.
All right, hold on. Let me get my guy. I just want to get my guy ISO Cam. All right, what's good?
All right, what's up, man? How you doing?
And I'm chilling, bro. I drank a Bud Light at like 10:30 in the morning, bro.
Look, bro, you just send me your address.
Oh, I'll put it in the chat.
Just send me your address.
I'll put it in the private chat.
I'll mail you the stuff, bro. Okay. Look, Free Keith has some correct points, and I think Anthony D is twisting some of the narrative around Noel and Mitch. Noel was healthy up until like preseason game 1. You can't just sit here and say no. You signed JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee wasn't gonna come here. He likes those West Coast teams, LA and like what is it, the Suns and all that stuff. He's been out in the West Coast for a long time, and he wasn't coming out this way. Next, you got to look at Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is not the shooter that Evan Fournier is. Evan Fournier was a bigger gamble, but at the same time, he fits with what Tom Thibodeau left the season last year saying. He wants more shooting. Evan Fournier is the only comparison to Kelly Oubre that you could have if you want to compare two people. The point guard position, Free Keith is correct on. There weren't any other options unless you were going to trade for a De'Aaron Fox or something like that. What's his name? Sexton wasn't available. They were asking for too much. You're not giving up Obi Toppin now for him. Or you're not giving up Quickly for him. And to be honest, Quickly right now, I feel like they've been grooming him since the offseason to one day take over the starting role. Whether or not he's ready yet, we don't know. But at the same time, there's a reason, and I've been saying this since the offseason. Quickly went to Team USA for a reason. Straight up. He went to Team USA to practice, and Tom Thibodeau pulled those strings. Same thing with Obi Toppin. He believes in those two players, and he's invested in them. Same thing with Deuce McBride going to the G League. This front office wanted to build a Spurs-like system. Spurs-like system, they send all their players to the G League. Right. Now, yes, all our players are not going to the G League, but we do have some that are going to the G League to develop. And I don't feel there are not many people that feel like Obi Toppin didn't develop so far. Even though Obi Toppin doesn't have a post-up game, we still feel like he's actually prospering. Like they're using him. They've been forcing post-up moves. They've been forcing stuff down his throat, and they are actually reaping the results right now. But his post-up game will come. Everything will come with time, but it'll just take time. We just got to be patient. The problem is Knicks fans are impatient as hell.
What?
Impatient as hell. Like it's preposterous.
You serious?
The Kemba thing was an experiment, and it was a worthy experiment. There were no one with that pedigree. No one with that pedigree. And I've been the first one to say, sit here and say that he shouldn't be starting. But at the same time, there was no one available of his caliber that had that background.
So why'd you have to spend the money, bro? Your team is over the salary cap. Because it's not.
But just it's an experiment. Freeze. Okay,
but if it's not just $9 million, bro. It's $9 million plus however amount we're gonna be taxed by going over the tax threshold.
So now you care about James Dolan money?
No, that's not the point. The point is,
well, what is the point then?
The point is now you can't do trades dollar for dollar.
Yes, you can.
No, I mean not dollar for dollar. I'm sorry. Now you can't just do trades straight up. Now you have to match dollar amounts because you're over the cap.
And name a trade in recent years that haven't been dollar for dollar.
Iggy Brzdakis, the last trade we did.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh God.
That's your front office. Your front office is a nut, bro. Your front office is Pink Panther, bro.
We're making an argument about the front office, like if they have.
I'm gonna bring everybody. Oh,
all right, you're fine.
God, Lee, bro, that's the baby.
Yeah, that's the man. Actually, look at
God, man, jeez, what you feed my man?
I don't know, man. It's like steroids in the breast milk, man. It's crazy.
Something, bro. It's crazy. Yo, but I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. Free Keith is dead wrong, bro. Free Keith is wrong on so many fronts.
Not only is Free Keith wrong,
No, Free Keith
Nick
got,
G,
but he has a point to at least to some degree.
Nick,
he's
gorgeous. Nick, he's gorgeous.
Nick, let me ask you a question.
But at the same time, you're like,
Nick, let me ask you a question.
Okay, but let's be honest. Like, what? This front
Yo, how
office
come
is trying
everybody
to win a
getting their
championship?
free,
Like, the goal has to be a
free time
championship.
to speak?
What player would have put us over the
individually
top for a
freeze me,
championship?
but you freeze me out
this offseason.
How
that was available?
Free Keith is such a star now, bro. He got a pop.
No, it's not. Nah, you lock everybody else out, but you stay in to have the conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not. It didn't look like he was being censored. You was able to comment.
Freak, you just spoke for 10 minutes straight.
I want my individual time uninterrupted, like you've been giving these cats.
Bro, you talk for 10 minutes straight, bro. We couldn't even get a word.
I got more to say.
My man want his time. My man want his time.
What she said? I want to reclaim my time.
Now he see Peter Artist, bro. Now we got to
right. I'm still got to be heard.
I got one question. I got one question for Nick G. Nick G, how can you talk patience and signing Kemba in the same sentence, my brother? That is an oxymoron.
All right, let me you want me to answer it? Can I answer it?
Yes.
All right. So, number one, what worked for Boston with Kemba, at least when we last saw him look successful, he played off the ball, and Tatum and Brown handled the ball, 2 forwards. Guess what we have running our offense in general?
2 forwards.
Or at least at the tail end of our season last year, 2 forwards. It was RJ, and it was going to be Randall running offense, and Kemba catch and shoot, break down the defense every once in a while. That's what was successful. His catch and shoot numbers were great last year after he made that adjustment. So to sit here and say it's oxymoronic, no, it's just capitalizing on what he did best last. That's it.
No, that's not the point he said.
But that's not the patience. You said yes. You said patience. Now, if you're talking patience, right? And I want to liken this back to all Knick fans when we first saw Quickly this past summer running the point. Every Knick fan, and I mean every Knick fan, ran for cover
right now. But go ahead.
Hold on, wait.
Right now with that, I know where you're going with that. I was not one of those Knicks fans.
Anthony.
Hold on. All right. It's a blanket statement for most Knick fans.
Anthony, I've been saying since the off season, before the preseason, and also summer league games that Quickly should start this year.
Yeah,
I said it way back then.
It started at what position? At what position?
Not me.
Point guard.
Okay.
Not me.
I never had any questions about that. Y'all told me that Quickly was going to be the future at the beginning of the season last year. I fought it, but then I saw more fire and more fight in him in the playoffs than any other player on this team. Then I saw the workouts he was doing.
Whoa, don't disrespect
I saw
Rose.
the things that he was doing. Every single game that he's played so far, he has had more fight than everyone else. And that kid is fighting and trying to show people he's a point guard.
Don't disrespect Rose, though. Like
I mean,
I still make those comments like that.
I still feel like he's better than Rose, at least as of right now.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, let me tell you why.
I feel you. I'm not. That's your opinion. I'm not even gonna argue that.
No. Let me tell you why. See, people are knocking Quickly's offense at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
The first thing I said at the beginning of the season was Quickly is picking guys up full court. Name a team that does that, and then that player full court is still hitting shots. It's hard to play full court defense and hit shots. And even RJ, who right now is struggling, he's playing better defense than he's ever played. And guess what? That tires your legs out.
Yep.
It takes years to adapt to that. But yet still he's doing it right now and being effective. He just had his 30-minute game for the first time. And guess what? No legs. He couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
But he got 7 assists. In the offseason, I said to Katz, and Katz was like, "You want Elfrid Payton back?" I said, "Dude, what's his? Devontae Graham was a better point guard than Kemba.
Yeah.
Like point guard skills." And I said, but at the same time, like I do know Kemba could play a role. He could still shoot.
Yeah.
It's just you don't want him to handle the ball handle the ball at all, but he can't defend, and that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So having him come in and playing any role, you know what that does? It takes away minutes from the young guys. The guys who I am sure, I'm not even in practice, I know they're giving him the business in practice because he can't stay with them.
You don't know that.
Okay.
You do
He
not
can't
know
stay
that.
with them.
Anthony,
He
you do
is-
not
he
know
can't-
that.
On
You
one
do not
leg,
know that.
on one leg,
That's
on one
speculative.
leg.
You keep
He's
talking
on
about this
one
one leg
leg.
joint, but he's not out of the rotation because of injury, bro. Stop talking about like injury. He's not out of the rotation because of injury. That point is retarded, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
The injury affects his overall game. Oh my God!
Anthony,
the injury has affected his overall game.
He's out of the rotation because he can't play D like it's needed. That's
Hold on.
it.
And how good
That's
is
the
hold on?
reason.
How good is his offense? How good is his offense? How good
It's
is his
not good
offense?
enough to cover the bad D.
Okay, so he has no offense.
So
he
then
has
stop
no
talking
offense.
about injury.
So he's
Stop talking about injury because that's not a part
How
of
did he
why.
How did he get to this point? How did he get to this point? Because of the injury. It's how he got to this point.
Dude, the
Hey, y'all,
games
so-
where
so
he
I got
did what he
about-
would.
Hey,
The
y'all,
games
so I
where
got
he did.
about- Hey, Free Keep. So I got about 10 minutes left, man. I gotta wrap up in like 10 minutes. But we're gonna do a watch along tonight though for the Brooklyn game. So if y'all got something, everybody, if y'all got something that y'all want to throw in before we get out of here in like 10 minutes, man, make sure you get your set. KJW, you heard me?
Yeah, so I wanted to say something. I gotta get that too. Hey, Freezy, I want to thank you for letting me come on the platform as always, brother.
For sure.
Salute to everybody out there. But one thing I want to do, I agree with both of y'all. Freezy, I wanted Oubre, just like my man G.I. We needed a wing defender. I wanted him. And also, I'm gonna agree with Free Keith on this. I didn't mind the gamble it took. It was either we take him, it was a good gamble to have, but I do agree with both of y'all. Listen, that money could have been spent. I agree with everybody. I wanted Oubre. I took a gamble on Kemba. It didn't work. Let's move on forward. But I'm predicting the score tonight. I got our Knicks 105, Brooklyn Nets 90. I'm out.
What?
That's a hot take.
Look. And this is why I'm throwing it out there. The reason why the Knicks was so good on defense last year, and you said this before, Freezy, the Knicks got better defense this year. The reason why is because we're going to switch everything tonight. Kemba's biggest thing, he couldn't keep up. We're going to switch everything tonight.
Okay.
I'm giving the Nets 90 tonight.
All right, I got something for y'all. Hold on.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows. I'm just podcasting. On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broad.
Jay Beasley.
Yo, salute. All the salutes in the world, man. Shout out to y'all great men. All y'all sons, all y'all fathers, all y'all men, all y'all nephews, all y'all cousins, all y'all grandfathers, all y'all, most importantly, the one I didn't say, friends, man. All y'all great friends on this panel board. Shout out to all y'all, man. Salute, 3 capital S's, man. But I got a few things I want to drop down and say real quick. First thing first, let me say it like this. We already know who brought the city back. Tell D Rose Noel Tosh, let's run it back. Where Burks at, he inking in that new contract. Some new money had you
Inking that Maybach. What? Tonight. Yeah, forget what KD talking about. We ain't cool no more. I'm about to kick in the door with the 4-4. Straight raw, uncut. We going up in that building. Shout out to Atlanta for turning our whole season around. Yeah, we've been waiting on them all season. That's been the problem. We build our team and our roster for the team that eliminate us. Now it's on to the next one. I don't want to hear nothing about them New Jersey guys. I know Free Keith, that's where he at, but we get ready to send him back over there where he at, you know what I'm saying? This our city, our state, our borough, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Tom Thibodeau, because I need to see that paperwork. I need to see that paperwork and let me see that medical. If he's healthy, shout out to Tom Thibodeau for pulling that plug and not waiting like he did last year on Peyton's situation, making this move right now. Shout out for him taking the team back from the office. See, the office made that move to go get Kemba. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. When all those years when we was losing, we was sold out. So we didn't need no story. We ain't need no major all-star. We've been sold out. We needed to go ahead and get somebody in here that's going to represent, play for the team. And I'm glad Tom took all of that back and he made his move. Yeah, but if that paperwork is wrong, you know what I'm saying, and he is injured, that's the only move you could make because D Rose is on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, when he went on that first back-to-back, D Rose was the starter, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad Tom is getting ready to start laying his foot down and starts letting everybody know. If you're not playing and you're not performing, guess where you're at? You can sit on the bench next to me, get some more of these splinters right now, because I got a bunch of hungry young wolves that want to push y'all out the door. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more holding them back. I remember when the beginning of the season, we was like, oh man, we ain't gonna use all these draft picks. We ain't gonna draft all these guys. We gonna trade some of these picks. We ain't do none of that. That man draft all them picks. He got all the caliber players he wanted on that roster on the team, and all them dudes played major defense. I'm gonna say it best like Mr. Williams said. When was the last time you seen a two guard slide their feet playing deep like that boy Grimes was doing the other day? We got major players that's ready to knock some of these dudes out the way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm ready to go ahead and start rolling, man. I'm tired of everybody trying to throw us on the bus. Are we going to have patience? Are we going to wait? We're going to play for the playoffs. What we going to do? We're going to do what Tom say what we going to do. This is Tom's team. It ain't nobody's team but Tom's team. You know what I'm saying? We got our opinions on how we feel and everything, but we going to roll with what Tom say because Tom know what's best. Tom know what's going to work. Them guys up in the office, they joking around playing jokey joke game with my time and my feelings. I've been going through this too long, so I put my faith aside Tom and the God Almighty that sits up high and watch down low. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go to Brooklyn. I'm amped up. If I ain't had this mood tonight, I'll be up there tonight some kind of way. I'll be in that building. I had the other night.
So wish I was at this game.
You see Rob Paul. Yeah, shout out to Rob Paul. Shout out to my man Worldwide L. And shout out to all the ones that gave us some love. Mr. Wally Zerviak, Miss Rebecca Harlow, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Bang, man. All them they gave us great
Kenny
love,
Payne.
you know what I'm saying? All the way, Kenny Payne, all that gave us real love, you know what I'm saying? Because we support this the realest of the real. And everybody thought I was on TV. Now I'm on TV. I was on the back page. I'm only on TV when I'm on this screen right here. I'm on a podcast TV screen, you know what I'm saying? That's my everyday life. That's my everyday living. This is what I work hard for. This is what I go energy hard for. This is what I represent. Everybody that's on this screen, man. I represent the podcast and I represent the orange and blue. But right now, I'm on my way. Let's go to Brooklyn. Shut everything down, man. I'm amped up, ready to go, man. I'm about to drop the phone. I'm about to drop the phone. Forget the mic. Drop the phone. Bam.
Jay Beasley, that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, man.
Say less, brother.
Yeah,
that's
man.
it.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Hey, so just want to say one thing real quick. If you want to become a member of the channel, click on the join button on the homepage so that you can get quality content, not only like this, but in other videos and other perks and such. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I think we at like 20 away from being at 2,000. So, you know what I'm saying? So help us get to 2,000 and then 3,000. 3,000 has always been, you know what I'm saying, our goal. Yeah, man. So and shout out the honors to my man Jay Boogie. Hey, Rob, man, we about to wrap up, man. Where you been?
Hey, man, third shift. Woke up. I had to pay for that Hawk game.
Rob be calling me on the late night. Rob be calling me on the late night, like bitching about guys' takes.
He called me, right? My phone be scaring the hell out of me. Like it'd be like for like 4:28 in the morning. My phone be
Yeah. That's me. That'd be that third shift. I get a break.
Hey,
I can
but
call
I
in.
enjoy them calls though. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I like them
Yeah.
calls, bro. I like that. I like that, man. Hey, y'all, we gotta wrap and get out of here because I gotta do some stuff, and then we're gonna be back on in like a few hours to do the watch along. I'm not gonna do the play-by-play. I'm just gonna hang out during the game. So everybody, y'all welcome to come back through, hang out with us. Hey, Rob, you want to throw something out there for Kemba real quick before we get out of here?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Look, I'm getting on you, Freezy. You can't be blaming the front office. The front office is 50-50. Check this out.
Trash, bro. They
threw
garbage, bro.
They threw that same fly out there and got Rose, and now everybody praising it. It missed with Kemba. You don't get all the rewards. You don't get all the rewards now. Sometimes you just got to break even. We broke even on that one because it was the same thing. When we threw it out there for Rose, look what came back. Kemba didn't work.
You can't gamble in free agency. You gamble at the draft.
I mean, look, y'all fail to realize the Knicks did not like none of those point guards out there. We got to accept that. The front office didn't like none of them. They rather went home with it. So they tried Kemba. They said, okay, well, we can get this for that. But they didn't like Ball. They didn't like Schroeder. Or they would have went for him. They had the money, but they didn't like him. We have to face the fact that the Knicks didn't like the point guard selection out there. You can say who was out there, this, that, and the third. It's cool. But as an organization, we didn't like them. So we moved from them. And we took what we thought would work. They're looking at quickly for something as far as that point guard needs to be certain. It's not going to be your quintessential point guard. That in the
Quickly
future,
and
the point
Obi are
guard is
not
not
getting
going to look
broken
like
up.
that. That point guard is not going to look like that. It's not going to look like Chris Paul. It's not going to look like Ja Morant. It's going to look like something totally different. You got centers running point now. So what's the point? We're trying to look at the quintessential point guard that the Knicks gonna have from back in '90. You're not gonna see that type of point guard in today's NBA.
Nah, bro.
Preach, Rob.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Rob, but that's what I'm saying. Cause so to your point, I agree, right? So if that is the case, why do you gamble with free agency money and not gamble with draft capital? With draft capital, at least with draft capital, you swing and miss. You can develop a guy. In free agency, free agents are known commodities. You already know what you're getting.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, you got to also look at it like this here. The Knicks got a lot of movable contracts, push come to shove, so the salary cap is not a problem. Because they have about 5 or 6 movable contracts that can go either way. So them being $120 million and 8 over the salary cap, and Dolan has to pay 50 cents or a quarter to that. That's nothing.
Nah, bro.
This is New York. We stay packed every day. They can move anything. If a trade came along, the Knicks are not hard pressed where they can't move. We all know that. That's the big picture.
But your front office ain't experienced in that, though, Rob. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But look, no, they're not. Look, how you going to say that? Rose been around for 23 years.
He been an agent for that long.
But look, they got a capologist,
right?
Okay, Cleveland, so they are experienced in that.
No, that capologist had the greatest player to ever play the game.
And
LeBron.
Look, he didn't just look. He went out and he sorted him.
I thought Michael Jordan was in Cleveland, but all right.
Okay, yeah.
Them guys just went for the story, man. We got to stop going for the stories, man. Kemba, that was a great story. They knew for a fact. When we was watching the draft and figuring out why we wasn't getting a point guard, they had already had dibs of what was going on with Kemba. They already had dibs that Evans was coming with him. But that's what I'm saying. We got to stop going for these stories and go what's best for the team, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was an effort, it's a hometown boy and all that sounds good, man. But you know what I'm saying? It didn't pan out. You know what I mean? And we got to move on from that, man.
We got to build a team, bro. You got to build a team. You can't build a team off narratives, bro. That's what I'm getting at.
Kemba Walker was not the all be all for the A. He does his contract is not going to stop the train from moving. His
No,
contract
it's
is
not.
not going to stop the train. We look,
No,
we
Rob,
can
you're
hold
right.
them.
It didn't
and we
stop the
can
train
cut
from
them.
moving. Yeah, it didn't stop the train from moving, but you didn't go forward. You see what I'm saying?
We
You
did
got
not like
pieces.
any other point. Look, and
Yeah,
you
but
got to understand,
you
they
can't. But
didn't
we
like
can't.
any other point guards out there.
Yeah, but we can't give them a mulligan because they didn't like them. Doesn't mean that they weren't good enough. You see what I'm saying?
Look,
doesn't mean
me
that they weren't
personally-
good enough.
Me personally, I wouldn't have gave Ball $90 million.
I would have rather given Ball 90 million. I would have given him 90 million than giving
Thank y'all for
Fournier.
coming through. This has been a
Then
dope
giving
show, man. We
Fournier
gonna holler at
80.
y'all later.